We welcome you once again here to the Bicknell McDonald's. You are listening to North Knox tonight. Great to have you with us. Josh McDowell joining us tonight here from Josh Chambers. Why did I say McDowell? I was something with that right before, and I mixed coaching names. So Josh Chambers coming up here in a couple of minutes. I hope they didn't tape that. Anyway, we'll be back. North Knox wins at 54-0 over North Central. I think I got that right. And I believe they play Vincennes Lincoln tomorrow night. I think I got that right as well. Back with Josh Chambers. We'll talk about that win over North Central when we return after this break. You're listening to North Knox tonight, live from the Bicknell McDonald's right here on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Good call on McDonald's for lunch.
Yeah, let's eat.
Okay, we have the, oh yeah, for me.
Can you hand me my
Yep, and here are a couple of woot-woots to share.
I love my woo!
Oh, sounds like Stacy went to McDonald's too.
A delicious meal is in the bag at McDonald's. Grab a $2 bundle like a McDouble and small fries or a McChicken and small fries. Price and participation may vary.
Hey everyone, this is Randy Hamelman of Hamelman Decals. Here at Laid Back Acres, located smack dab in the middle of Warrior Country, we're all Warrior strong. DeKalb and Asgrow seeds, with their proven yield potential and unbeatable disease packages, are great teammates for all your acres. Good luck this year to all our athletes. Hamelman DeKalb is a proud supporter of North Knox High School and Warriors athletics. See you at the game, Warrior fans. It's victory time.
Hey, it's John Yoakum here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to let you know that this month we have teamed up with Helping His Hands to do a canned food drive. We are offering a conventional oil change plus a free 24-point inspection for just $24.95 when you bring in 5 canned food items or more. We haven't left out you diesel or synthetic oil change vehicles. Bring them in with your canned foods and receive $15 off your oil change. There's no appointment necessary, and help us fill this Ram truck up with canned foods for Helping His Hands. That's Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram just off Hart Street next to Kohl's and Vincennes.
Does your staff work on their feet all day? Do their feet hurt all day? Do they have trouble getting to the shoe store to purchase their work shoes? Well, let us come to you. Hi, this is Tracy from Grundman Shoes, 906 North 7th Street, Vincennes, and we have gone mobile. We can now bring our quality, service, and selection to you. Call us today at 1-800-726-4770 for more details on us helping you have happier, healthier employees. Grundman, your footwear specialist since 1929.
Have a shoulder or knee bothering you? Hurting when you exercise or participate in sports? Painful when you're on the job or working around the house? Many shoulder and knee problems are treated with simple rehab. But when surgery is necessary, Dr. Terry Fenwick provides the latest outpatient arthroscopic techniques to reduce pain and recovery time so you can return to your work and activities faster. Don't let shoulder or knee pain get you down any longer. See Dr. Fenwick, a leader in sports medicine. Get answers, get results, get Quest Orthopedics on Willow Street in Vincennes.
And back once again here at the Bicknell McDonald's. You are listening to North Knox tonight, live right here on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com. Head coach Josh Chambers joining us tonight. And coach, it's a little bit quieter, and there's a reason for that. A lot of the usually boisterous kids that are here are actually getting loud about 4 miles up the road with the volleyball game because it is senior night tonight.
Golf game of the year, and our football boys, a lot of them, a vast majority of them, are up there supporting our girls. That's a great thing. We have a lot of support from our school and from all the kids, and so it's good that our guys are committed to going and sharing that. So they're there tonight, and that's great. Proud of them. Again, great kids, and we're always out here to support North Knox every way we can.
And, but I got to tell you this, though. In place of all the players being here tonight, I do have my personal bodyguard over the last decade plus, Terry Stewart, here this evening. So, although he's wearing his police uniform and kind of his police uniform, and not his former North Knox uniform when he played. Back when.
Always good to have Terry here. He's been around as long, maybe longer than I have. So that's a good thing.
He graduated, I think, either 1 year before or after me. I'm trying to remember. Me, might have been the same year. What year did you graduate? 86. What year did you graduate? 82. So you're 3 years ahead of me, man. I'm a 1985 grad, so. Anyway, let's go ahead and dig right into this here after we got the preliminaries out of the way. Let's go ahead and talk about the 54-0 win over North Central, and it was homecoming. I know it was a game that basically after the win against Boonville, I think you had to tell your kids not to have a letdown, and it didn't look like you had one.
We felt like going into the North Central game that we were going to be physically better than they were, and we were going to be able to offensively get going pretty early and play pretty good defense. And our kids got off the bus, so to speak, and they were able to just take care of business from the beginning.
Yeah.
We scored fairly quick. Took us 3 or 4 plays to score, and we completed several good passes. Really proud with the way we executed. We came to the field physical, and we were able to take care of them. It was a running clock in the second half. We got out of that game injury-free, got a lot of kids in the ball game. So we consider that a successful night. And, again, proud of my guys for showing up and playing a high-quality football game.
You know, one thing, they were negative yards in the first quarter. I mean, that's pretty rare when you see a team at minus yards in the first quarter. And I wrote down a stat here that in total yards, 329 to 12. I'm not sure if that was half or full game.
We, as a team, this is one thing, I've talked about this a lot throughout the year. Our guys have played very good defense, and that comes with commitment. So the tackling, getting to the football, being physical, these are all things that, of course, as coaches we teach, but a kid has to take that and commit to it, because it's very hard to play a football team that's going to be very physical on offense, and then when they're on defense, they're going to turn around and do the same things to you. The area that sticks out for me is we've been able to make a lot of great team tackles, but we also are very good at causing turnovers. We've caused a lot of turnovers this year, and we've put a lot of pressure on teams. We've hit them. We rush the passer very well. And this has been in every game, not just last week's. And so that's something that we continue to build on. And our guys, again, super proud of their efforts, are putting in that work every day. I always tell them it's a lunch pail mentality. Bring your lunch every day, get ready to go, get to work. And, of course, they have a great time. This is a great group of kids. But they understand what it is that we need to do night in and night out to win a ball game. And Friday night was no different. We had a better team than North Central had.
Right.
But that has nothing to do with how you execute and how you conduct yourselves. And I felt like our kids really conducted themselves pretty well. We didn't make a bunch of crazy mistakes. There weren't a bunch of penalties and stuff like that. So it was a clean football game. We were able to get after them. We played good defense. We didn't allow them to score. The only time I think they really moved the ball much was on a muffed punt. And so that, for us, again, shows growth as a team. We played a big game at Boonville. We got a huge win. We came back and we put together another solid ball game against North Central. And then we've got back to work this week to get ready for Vincennes.
And we'll talk about Vincennes Lincoln here in just a couple of minutes. Wanted to mention you had 8 touchdowns in the game. 6 different players scored touchdowns either by catching a pass or by the run. Cole Richter did both. He had 1 running touchdown, 1 passing touchdown. Reese Hamelman had 4 touchdowns throwing the ball. The scores, Cole Richter, Holtman Dodes, Matt Urbane, Zach Boyles, and the 2 Levi's, Brock Smith and Bunty, all had touchdowns.
Yeah, and again, it was one of those games where we got a lot of kids' hands on the ball. We completed a lot of nice passes, threw the ball pretty well, completed some nice flat routes. Reese delivered the ball with very good timing. We threw a real nice touchdown pass over the top to Matt Urbane, which was a really nice catch. Matt went after the ball. It was a good fight for it. He keeps telling me how high he jumped to catch it. But on film, it was high enough to catch the ball. I'm not sure it was a superhuman vertical, but it was a very nice catch. And if Matt were here, we'd get him on to talk about it because we've been talking about it all week long.
As a matter of fact, we're not going to have to talk about it. We've actually got audio evidence of that touchdown. That touchdown, a 26-yard pass to Matt Urbane was our Hamelman decal play of the game. Throws it downfield long. He's going to go for his man in the end zone. He's caught! Touchdown! Warrior touchdown! What a catch by Matt Urbane! Oh, my goodness, Ed, that was a fantastic catch in the end zone.
Man, that was a great one, Tom, right there.
One thing I liked about the touchdown that Matt Urbane caught, he looked like he was really covered well, but he separated backward and was able to go up maybe even almost like against his body, he's kind of bending backward, able to bring that ball down.
Very athletic catch, very good catch. Matt did a nice job going up for the football. And again, I've said this all year long, our power running game has been very good. We run the ball very well. Our linemen are physical. We get after people. The X factor with us is continuing to develop the second phase of football for us, and that's throwing the ball. And Reese Hamelman's done a great job. Our receivers have done a nice job. And we're not burning up the yardage, but when you throw the ball 8, 9, 10 times a game, but you complete 6 or 7 of them, that means, okay, so we got to get these guys out in space and tackle them. They're not only running it, but they're going to throw the football. And so that's something we've continued to develop. Proud of Reese. He's done a nice job. The kids are committed to it. And we get in and out of a lot of formations. Obviously, our bread and butter is very physical running. And I think our kids do a very good job of that. But the second phase of that's a little misdirection and throwing the football, of which I'm very proud of our guys. They've done a nice job of that. And we're continuing to build on that.
One thing I wanted to mention, 4 touchdown passes out of Reese Hamelman. When was the last time that, if you can remember, that a North Knox quarterback threw 4 touchdown scores? I can't remember it.
It's been a while. And it was, again, nice to see, and we were committed to throwing the ball on Friday night and just trying to be sure that we continually work on things. We scored real quick on a run play, and then we went right back and we threw some short passes, some quick screens, just to be sure that we get reps in a ball game at speed. Because in practice, you don't always get the at speed reps, and on a Friday night you do. So we were able to successfully do those things. I think we might have only thrown it 6 times, 7 times, but I think we completed all of them but 1. And so that's really what we were after. Good game speed, get the kids reps there, especially once that game was starting to kind of get out of hand a little bit. So again, proud of my guys for their execution, proud of how they got after North Central, and continue to be proud of their work effort.
A couple of quick stats too, 4 for 4 in the red zone on touchdowns, and you were a little bit worried earlier about penalties. You thought it was a problem in some of the earlier games. You had a grand total of 5 yards in penalties on.
Yeah, and that's a big thing. I think that's going to be one of the X factors in tight ball games is penalties. And we have racked up some penalties at times. Some of those are just physical penalties from play that are going to happen if you have a physical football team. But then some of those are, blocking the backs or a hold or a false start or jump off sides. We consider those ones mental lapses. So we need to be sure that we clean all those up and that we play good, sound football, down in and down out, and that every game we come ready to be a better football team. And I've said this all year long. I'll say it again. I'll continue to say it. We'll know as a team when it clicks and we've played what we'll consider our best football. I told the kids it's like hitting a home run. When you hit one on the sweet spot, you don't even feel it. It just goes. And when we play our best game of football, it's all going to come together. We're going to just look like it's going to be fluid. It's going to be perfect. And when that happens, it's going to be exciting for our guys. It's going to be one of those things where like, okay, it just looks natural. And that's what they're working for, and they continued to do that last Friday.
7 o'clock tomorrow night. We are 24 hours away from what may be the last time in a long time for North Knox and Vincennes Lincoln at Warrior Stadium. We'll be back to talk about North Knox and Lincoln when we return. After this break, you're listening to North Knox Tonight right here on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Save up to 40% every day on your groceries. Amazing quality, fantastic prices, satisfaction guaranteed, or 100% money back. Fresh meat is cut in-store daily, and special orders on meat are available.
Ground beef is $1.79 a pound. Fresh beef, boneless bottom round roast is $3.99 a pound. And fresh whole chicken fryers are 89 cents a pound. Jimmy Dean premium bacon is only $2.49, and fresh local pumpkins are $2.99 each.
Savings are made easy at your Vincennes Save-A-Lot, where bananas are 39 cents a pound every day.
Times will continue to change, and life's pace may even increase. But Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home and Wampler Shaw Chapel continues to serve the community since 1830 with 2 locations. Both funeral homes are locally owned with services to meet the needs of families of all faiths in a caring, traditional way. Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home at 6th and Vigo Street in Vincennes and Wampler Shaw Chapel, 118 Washington in Bicknell, proud to support our area youth sports programs.
This is Ross Martin at First Vincennes Savings Bank inviting you to visit our new ATM at 3rd and Vigo Streets in Vincennes. Our new ATM is yet another example of how First Vincennes Savings Bank is actively working for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. First Vincennes Savings Bank is a real community bank, working to make our community better and your banking easier. Now with 2 full-service locations on Kilmore Road and North 6th Street, First Vincennes Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good call on McDonald's for lunch.
Yeah, let's eat.
Okay, we have the oh yeah for me.
Can you hand me my
Yep, and here are a couple of woot-woots to share.
I love my woohoo!
Oh, sounds like Stacy went to McDonald's too.
A delicious meal is in the bag at McDonald's. Grab a $2 bundle like a McDouble and small fries or a McChicken and small fries. Price and participation may vary.
We're back once again here at the Bicknell McDonald's. You are listening to North Knox tonight again without a lot of the players here because it is senior night volleyball team who's having a great year, by the way. I believe they're maybe 19, 20, and 3, something like that, playing tonight in their final home game as they get ready for their tournament run not too far away. And so a lot of the kids out there tonight who are and supporting some of the volleyball kids. So that's one reason why it's more quiet than normal. Let's say around here this evening. The North Knox Warriors take on the Vincennes Lincoln Alices tomorrow night. The end of a short secondary run as far as playing. They started playing, I think it was either 4 or 5 years ago. Yep. And in this series, North Knox has only won one of them, and that was during homecoming. They played homecoming twice. This is the 5th year for this game. Mm-hmm. They started at North Knox. And so it's the 5th year for it, but they won, at homecoming 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago. But how would you talk about that series with Vincennes Lincoln in the 5 years?
I'll tell you, of course, I am in an era where the Vincennes game's never been a rivalry for me. We quit playing them in 96. Right. I was 11 years old in 96. So we didn't start playing them again until my first year as the head football coach. So all those years of football, I know the older generations around here that graduated 60s and 70s, 80s. It was a huge football game. And I think it is a big football game. Don't get me wrong. But to taste that old rivalry of the old Bicknell Vincennes and all that, it's just different. Because I never experienced that in high school. Now, the great thing is, our boys, football players, have been able to experience this in-county football game.
Right.
And we've been able to play football with Vincennes. Levi's done a fantastic job as a football coach down there. He's had tremendous amount of athletes the last few years. We were able to beat Coach Hayden in his last year down there at their homecoming. It was a very good football game. It was physical. We were able to kind of really grind out a win. And it's been a great thing, I think, for our community as a whole. So I'm going to be kind of disappointed. There are times that they've had us outmatched, and that's okay. But in other years where we have good football games, I think it's great for our area. So they're joining a new conference or going elsewhere, which, it's just kind of how it goes. So we are excited to play football against Vincennes. Coach Salters has a very good football team down there. They're starting to bring things together.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to put together a very good football game tomorrow night to beat Vincennes. And I think also they're going to have to play very good football to beat the Warriors. So I think it's going to be a great football game. It's going to be a great atmosphere. I think it's going to be good for our kids, our football team. Again, I don't always tell people, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. Here's what I can tell everybody. I am always excited for the opportunity for my kids to compete. And if they go out and they play, they compete, they do everything they're capable of, I like our chances of putting together a good football game. And so that's really what it is.
Let's go ahead. I want to fill in the blanks a little bit here when you mentioned what happened with Vincennes Lincoln. The Big 8 will be dissolved after this year. Vincennes Lincoln and Jasper going to the SIAC, which makes it a 10-team league. And so there is no out-of-conference games anymore for any of the teams in the SIAC because they'll be playing all 9 games against conference opponents.
Yeah, they're going to be playing a lot of football games in Evansville. And that's good for them. And that drops our schedule a little bit. There's going to be some changes, but that's all in the future. What we're focused on, as the Warriors, is tomorrow night at 7:00. Our guys, mentally being prepared. Vincennes coming into our place, and it's going to be one of those football games that should have a little buzz about it in the community, because we got local kids playing local kids. It's going to be a good atmosphere. Very excited for our guys. Vincennes runs a completely different system than us. They're going to throw the ball a lot. They're going to throw it more than they're going to run it. And they do a nice job of that. They've been getting more crisp as the season's gone. And we need to be sure that we are physical with them. And I'm sure that Coach Salters had the same conversation on his radio show last night. North Knox runs a different system. They're going to run it a whole lot more than they throw it, and they're going to be physical. So we just need to be sure that when they come, I always put this to the kids as a boxing match. As a boxing match, somebody's always going to throw a big punch early. And you got to be ready for that and understand you have to counter it. We have to be ready for Vincennes' first punch. What are they going to try to do to get momentum in their favor? And we need to be ready for that so that we have an answer. And my guys have been very good at that this football season. We've been down in ball games multiple times that against good football teams where we just battle and we play and we battle and we just claw our way back. And then, by the second half, we're right there. And so Boonville, they did that to us. Sullivan, we had 4 bad minutes of football in the first quarter of the Sullivan game. But ever since that minute, I think our kids say, hey, we can play. Let's play. And so physical, downhill run game. And then, of course, we need to win the turnover battle.
You talk about Vincennes Lincoln as being a passing team. The only passing team that you saw this year was Sullivan, and you mentioned earlier that you got off to a kind of a bad start against Sullivan and then got better.
Well, and Sullivan, they have a unique passing system in how quick it hits and what they do. Vincennes is a unique all in itself, and they do a nice job of executing it. They call nice plays, and our boys need to know that we need to get after them. We need to pressure the quarterback. This is all common football stuff, right? I mean, we need to play sound football. We need to be sure that we tackle, and when they give us a chance for a turnover, we have to turn that into points. And if you look at any football playbook in the world, turnovers, scoring points off of turnovers, tackling and blocking, they're all at the top of the list, and I think tomorrow night's one of those games.
Coaching, it's kind of interesting in that you are coaching North Knox. Levi Salters coaching Vincennes Lincoln. Both of you came through your respective programs, and both of you wound up head coaching the teams that you played for in high school.
Yeah, Levi and I graduated the same year. And, he's done a nice job. He's worked his way up. He's had some really nice teams at Vincennes. And I enjoy the opportunity to compete against him and give ourselves a chance to get a win. And I'm sure that he's excited as well to come and play tomorrow night and play for a win. And plus, it's only a 20-minute drive.
Yeah.
So that makes it even, better. No drive for us, which is good.
Right.
So, again, this could be one of those games that comes down to a special teams mistake. Did they turn it over? Did we turn it over? Did we commit the big foul? Did they commit the big foul? Did we make the extra point? Did they make the extra point? So tomorrow night's football game could be one of those games. And our kids have to be ready. And we just need to continue to play physical football. And I tell our guys, play our style of football. Get them to play our style of football. Nice and physical, getting after people, hit them, get the passes knocked down, sack the quarterback. It's just, again, our game plan is to be sure that we continue to play sound football. We feel like if we play sound football, we don't get all out of sorts, that we're going to be able to compete with Vincennes, with Boonville, with Sullivan, with Linton. We think that we have that type of team. And our kids are going to come out, they're going to be ready to play football. And that's the most exciting thing about this, is that our kids are prepared and that they're ready. And they're there for competition.
You talk about offensively what Lincoln will do. You consider to be a passing team. Defensively, though, is where they've really shined this year. What kind of defense are you going to see out?
Well, the funny thing about that is they'll play a different defense against us than they have all year long, just because of who they have played. They play in a conference that runs a lot of spread. Jasper runs a little bit of a flex bone, double tight, single tight slot. And they saw some five front stuff. But again, our offense is completely unique to that. And so I'm sure that when they play us, they'll probably play a five front. I don't know, how you couldn't really at this point with our power run game. And, we'll force them to do a few things defensively that they're not comfortable with. They have played nice defense. They turn people over. They score points on defense. They get after the football. So we need as an offense to be ready for that. That tomorrow night might be one of those nights that we only get 3-4 yards of carry and then we're happy with it. 18 play drive, touchdown. Okay. That is very hard to defend if you are committed to it. It's like body blows in boxing. Again, it's a good boxing reference. The first shot to the ribs and stomach don't hurt that bad, but the 50th one does. And so you just kind of keep pushing that ball and moving it and wearing them out and leaning on them, because Vincennes has a lot of kids that play on both sides of the ball, similar to us.
Yeah.
So one of those games, it's not going to be, they have a whole defense that comes out. It's going to be, okay, let's lean on these guys. Let's force them to make a mistake. Let's put the pressure on them. And that's really what football's about, momentum and pressure.
I want to talk about a good matchup with two defensive players on each side. I think that are going to be key. Bo Nolan for you and E. Smith for Vincennes Lincoln. I think those two guys are going to be really keys in this game.
Yeah, Vincennes has a couple really nice defenders. E. Smith is good. Ray Hayslip does a nice job. A couple nice inside linebackers. The Brown kid at D tackle. So these guys, again, they've got players, and they're going to make plays. We expect our guys to make plays. I think Bo is going to make some football plays tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And he's got to be a guy you focus on a little bit, because he's caused some havoc, but so have a bunch of other guys.
By the way, I wanted to give both Nolans credit, not just Bo, but really Troy Nolan. Actually, I meant to say Troy, but Bo as well. I think both of them, because they have both, along with Dylan Wolf, kind of been the cornerstones of your defense.
I really like altogether, our front seven has done a fantastic job all season long of being consistently aggressive and physical. So they play every down. They get after you. If they make a mistake, they get up and they fix it, and they just keep playing. Whether it's a Ben Burke at tackle, Trevor Carey, Dylan Wolf, Trey Keller, these kids all come in there and they just get after you. They just every down get after you. And that is, again, one of those attributes you got to give to my guys, and how hard they've worked and what they do and their success. And it all comes through their efforts and how they're working to be better players. And they're starting to put it all together. And when they do, we play very good football.
We always wrap up our time talking about the game to come with what you think is the big key to the game. So let's go ahead and have that. What is the big key for tomorrow night?
We just need to be physical and maintain that throughout the game and play good, quality, sound football. That's what it is. We can't turn it over. Same thing that Vincennes can do. They can't turn it over. So that's how we need to play, and we need to just put pressure on them and get after them.
That'll be a 7 o'clock game tomorrow night at Warrior Stadium. It should be pretty packed on both sides. A lot of red and black looks like on the home side, and I expect a lot of green and white on the visitor side tomorrow evening. Again, that'll be North Knox and Vincennes Lincoln, probably the final time around for the foreseeable future due to Vincennes Lincoln's work in the SIAC from right coming up. Also, a couple of other games of note in the Southwest Conference. The big one, probably the fact that you're playing these two teams next 2 weeks after this. North Davies at Roy Williams Field against Linton. That's going to be a game that you're looking at.
Yeah, as we move past Vincennes, that'll be a game film that we have to look at, because those are our next two opponents. Again, Linton coming in, always a sound football team, very well coached. And North Davies has shown some improvement this year. And so that'll be something we look at on Saturday. So as of right now, we are focused on the Vincennes Lady Alice's, the Vincennes Alice's, my fault. We are focused on them. And Coach
I made a mistake earlier, so I'm going to do that one.
And his game plan coming in, we feel like that they are going to have a good game plan for us, and we need to be ready to play. So we'll be looking at that future stuff later. A lot of good football games in the area, but I'm very excited to play Vincennes and determine, I guess who can win the county tomorrow night.
Eastern Grade at Perry Central, by the way, at North Central at West Washington. Quickly, the Big 8, Attucks at Washington, Mount Vernon at Washington, by the way, the opponent at Week 9. Mount Vernon at Boonville, Princeton at Jasper, PAC All in conference, Forest Park at North Posey, South Spencer at Pike Central, Tell City at Heritage, Tell City at Southridge. And the big game coming up on Friday night, Gibson Southern at the Jungle, taking on Heritage Hills. I mean, that could be a big game.
Yeah, that game every year is always a big game. I think Heritage Hills won it last year, but then lost to them in the sectional. So, that game's a big game for them. And it could really, in Southern Indiana, have a lot of big implications on that sectional.
So again, that is a 7 o'clock start tomorrow night. We are 24 hours away from a kickoff, Coach. We'll see you tomorrow night after the game. Thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you so much for joining us as well. I want to say thanks to our studio producer, the better half herself, Don Zimmerman. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night. The county battle, the last one for the foreseeable future in football between North Knox and Vincennes Lincoln. Have yourself a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow night right here on 105.7 The Ride WUZR with the North Knox Call the Game starting around 7:15. Have yourself a great evening. We'll see you next time. Until we return, you are listening to
Be the angel you've been looking for. Now the voice of the Warriors, Tom Lee.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Warrior Stadium, where tonight the North Knox Warriors get ready to take on their cross-county rivals, the Vincennes Lincoln. Alice's North Knox coming in 4-1 on the season, coming off of a very impressive win a week ago here against the North Central T-Birds. With me once again tonight, as always, is Ed Elliott. And Ed, tonight, the North Knox Warriors find themselves in a rather different position when they take on Vincennes Lincoln. I think for the first time in I don't know how long, North Knox is favored in this game.
Well, they would be favored, I think, because of you look at Lincoln, Tom, 1-4, still 3A school versus 2A school. You have to consider that. So this is a circumstance where North Knox can really assert themselves in the standings if they were to win this game.
We will be back with the starting lineups in 2 minutes. This is North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride, WUZR.com.
A well-known Bicknell dentist is back and ready to serve you. Dr. Stephen K. Williams is accepting new and return patients at his office on State Road 67 in Bicknell. Dr. Williams wants to help you have your best smile. With decades of experience, he will help you just like he's helped me. I'm proud to call Dr. Stephen Williams my dentist and hope you will too. Dr. Stephen Williams back in Bicknell and waiting to serve you. Call 812-735-2020.
Does your staff work on their feet all day? Do their feet hurt all day? Do they have trouble getting to the shoe store to purchase their work shoes? Well, let us come to you. Hi, this is Tracy from Grundman Shoes, 906 North 7th Street, Vincennes, and we have gone mobile. We can now bring our quality, service, and selection to you. Call us today at 1-800-726-4770 for more details on us helping you have happier, healthier employees. Grundman, your footwear specialist since 1929.
Have a shoulder or knee bothering you? Hurting when you exercise or participate in sports? Painful when you're on the job or working around the house? Many shoulder and knee problems are treated with simple rehab. But when surgery is necessary, Dr. Terry Fenwick provides the latest outpatient arthroscopic techniques to reduce pain and recovery time so you can return to your work and activities faster. Don't let shoulder or knee pain get you down any longer. See Dr. Fenwick, a leader in sports medicine. Get answers, get results, get Quest Orthopedics on Willow Street in Vincennes.
Save up to 40% every day on your groceries. Amazing quality, fantastic prices, satisfaction guaranteed, or 100% money back. Fresh meat is cut in-store daily, and special orders on meat are available.
Ground beef is $1.79 a pound. Fresh beef, boneless bottom round roast is $3.99 a pound. And fresh whole chicken fryers are 89 cents a pound. Jimmy Dean premium bacon is only $2.49, and fresh local pumpkins are $2.99 each.
Savings are made easy at your Vincennes Save-A-Lot, where bananas are 39 cents a pound every day.
Welcome back to North Knox High School, and we want to thank you for joining us this evening for North Knox Warrior Football versus the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. And it's time now for the Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home game plan. And a good game plan is about preparation. Help your loved ones be prepared now with a pre-need funeral plan from Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Homes, locations in Vincennes and Bicknell. Tom, to me, it's going to be pressure. North Knox needs to put pressure on Vincennes Lincoln quarterback in order to blunt their very good offensive passing game. And this is a key that North Knox has been able to do in most all the games up to this one. So we'll see how they do tonight. But I think the big message is going to be the defensive line pressure that they can bring to bear against Lincoln. And a good game plan is about preparation. Help your loved ones be prepared now with a pre-need funeral plan from Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Homes with locations in Vincennes and Bicknell. Tom?
And time now for the Save-A-Lot starting lineup presented by Save-A-Lot 15th and Willow in Vincennes. Start saving up to 40% of your food bill with a trip to Save-A-Lot at 15th and Willow in Vincennes. Starting lineup for Vincennes Lincoln. They'll be bringing some players in and out, so here's kind of a tentative snapshot of the starting lineup. Eric Vickers will be a quarterback. He is 6'3", 195 and a junior. Running back will be E. Smith. He is 5'7", 180. And he is a junior. The wide receivers include Brody Ruggles. And Brody Ruggles starting at one wide receiver position. He is 5'10", 155 and a senior. Terrence Gillis also at a wide receiver position. He is 6 feet 1 inches tall, 170 and a senior. And also we'll see Simon York, 5'7", 170, the senior, a wide receiver. Blake Mincy as well, 5'9", 155 and a junior. So that'll be the backfield for Vincennes Lincoln. You also see some of Raekwon Hazlip in the backfield as well. He's 6 foot 200 and a senior. Up front for the Lincoln Alices, they will go with the center, Julio Ramirez, 5'9", 215, and he is a junior. Logan Vonderheid actually at center. It's listed 5'7", 315, and he is a senior. Tackle will be Cooper Thorne, 6'2", 200 and a junior. Hunter Reeves, 6'1", 285 and a senior at one tackle. Jed Barnett, 5'5", 248 and a sophomore at a guard position. And the other guard, Julio Ramirez, 5'9", 215 and he is a junior. So that is the starting lineup for Levi Salters, Vincennes Lincoln Alices. For the North Knox Warriors, it'll be Reese Hamelman at quarterback, 6 foot 170 and a junior. His running back is Cole Richter, 5'7", 150 and a senior. Zach Boyles at fullback. He is 5'11", 170 and a junior. Looking at the wide receiver position of Holden Dodds, actually a wingback, 6 foot 145 and a sophomore. Two tight ends for the Warriors. Matt Urbane, 6 foot 160 and a senior. Also they'll play Troy Nolan at a tight end. He is 6'1", 190 and a senior. The front line, Trey Keller, 6 foot 240 and a senior. One guard, Jackson Stroud, 6 foot 215 and a senior. The other guard, Ben Burke, 5'11", 250 and a senior. Trevor Carre, 6'3", 310 and a senior at one tackle. The other tackle, Ethan Haig, 6'2", 225 and a senior. And Josh Chambers, the head coach of the North Knox Warriors. And a reminder, once again, your starting lineup is presented by Save-A-Lot. Start saving up to 40% on your food bill. Trip to Save-A-Lot at 15th and Willow in Vincennes. Had a pretty good crowd tonight here on the North Knox side. It almost is parallel to what we saw last week for homecoming.
Well, it's bragging rights, Tom, for the county. And I think both of these teams are in, a good position to be balanced in this game, to be somewhat even. And when you look at Lincoln, I mean, they're in a way playing out of desperation, Tom. 1-4.
Yeah.
They're having problems this year, and I'm sure they feel like this is one on their schedule that they would count as a victory. So North Knox has got to be really prepared tonight, mentally and physically, because Lincoln will come out playing extremely hard and, as I say, very desperate for a win.
We're about 2 minutes away from kickoff tonight, and while we have a couple of seconds, I want to go ahead and take a look at some of the other games around the area. It's our scoreboard update presented by Yoakum Chrysler Dodge. A reminder, score big with your next car purchase at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge in Vincennes. Some of the other games in the Southwest Conference tonight, North Davies and Linton. And Ed, we'll see these two teams the next 2 weeks. Linton in week 7, North Davies in week 8. And usually North Davies is the kind of team that if they're good, and this year they are, they give Linton fits.
Yeah, I think, it's one of those things. They're close enough where there's a lot of rivalry there, and Linton is always, tough. I mean, they're the premier team in this part of the state, and I think they're carrying that through again this year.
Some of the other games, Eastern at Perry Central and North Central at West Washington, both of them kicking off later on. Linton and North Davies with a 7 o'clock start. In the Big 8 tonight, other than this game, Christmas Addicts at Washington. Maybe a great basketball game between those two. Mount Vernon at Boonville and Princeton tonight at Jasper. PAC this evening. Boy, I tell you what, the best game in Southwest Indiana can't get any better than this. Gibson Southern in the jungle against Heritage Hills.
Yeah, that's always a big ball game every year.
So again, that one also Forest Park at North Posey, South Spencer at Pike Central, Tell City at Southridge. And I just noticed something. Forest Park, North Posey, South Spencer, Tell City, and Southridge are all in North Knox's sectional, so we could see any of those teams in Week 10.
Yeah, I think so. We just saw that Vincennes Lincoln will be on offense first, Tom. They won the toss and elected to receive it, and they will be going from our left to right, from east to west on the North Knox football field.
So we're about set. The teams are coming out onto the field, Ed. We're about set for the tip-off of tonight's, the kickoff, actually, of tonight's game.
Well, I think the ball is somewhat oblong
shaped,
more likely. And it is time for the kickoff, and you need to get a better pair of kicks for your feet. Get a custom fit at Grundman's Custom Footwear, 906 North 7th Street, Vincennes. And now, with all the play-by-play of tonight's game, here's the voice of the Warriors, Tom Lee.
Thank you very much, Ed Elliott. Good evening, everyone. Great to have you with us. And Troy Nolan about to kick it off from the 40-yard line. Jared Ed say North Knox moving from right to left here in the first quarter of play.
We haven't talked about the wind, Tom. It has somewhat subsided, but the wind was pretty brisk early, and still you can tell it's running from south to north almost on the field.
Yeah, running right toward us, as a matter of fact, coming cross field. And so, and it has kind of breezed up a little bit as we go on through the game. Brody Ruggles, Larry Hayslip back, and that ball is going to go out of bounds. So it looks like Vincennes Lincoln will start at the 35. So we've seen that at times this year out of Troy Nolan, who's been doing kickoffs, where he's trying to get that ball on the sideline, and sometimes he gets a little bit too much on it and kicks it out of bounds.
Yeah, it really wasn't a very good kick. It was out of bounds shortly after it was kicked.
Tell you what, though, if that thing would have stayed in bounds, that thing took a sideways bounce. It would have been really hard to handle. But he just kicked it a little bit off of an angle. 35-yard line is where the Vincennes Lincoln Alice's will start with it. Again, Eric Vickers at quarterback. He'll be in the shotgun, and he'll start with Raekwon Hayslip beside him off to his right. So Raekwon Hayslip will start in the backfield. 3 wide receivers out left and 1 to the right. For the Vincennes Lincoln Alice's, they'll start first and 10 at the 35. Here's Vickers. He's going to go back to throw. He steps out, fires it. It's almost incomplete. It's a flag down. They call a flag right away. That time Holtman Dodds was trying to handle Raekwon Hayslip, and that ball was thrown high.
I'll tell you, the ball was so high, nobody could have caught it. I don't know where the official saw it as pass interference, because there wasn't any chance to catch it.
Well, let's see if that's what they call.
Yeah, they're going to walk it off. He gave them the benefit of the doubt. There's no question about that.
It's going to be a 15-yard mark-off, too. That's 15-yard mark-off against the Warriors right away. And so at the 50-yard line, Vincennes Lincoln will go after an incomplete pass. They're called a pass interference on the Warriors. And here comes Vickers and the Vincennes Lincoln Alice's this time with one man in the backfield.
Certainly got a gift on that one.
That's E. Smith back there this time, I think. Actually, Smith at quarterback now. Hayslip there. Smith going to run it outside. He gets strung out. 45-yard line, back to line of scrimmage. He's going to get him at 2 yards and get pounded.
Yeah.
Got him at 2 yards that time and ran right into Jalen Conrad. So E. Smith went from quarterback, and he ran that football, and he didn't get anything. It looks like, well, maybe a yard. I'm not sure. They haven't moved the stick yet.
Yeah, it's going to get him 2 yards.
Yeah, give him maybe 2 yards on that one. Second down and 8. But, boy, he took a pounding at the end of that play. So, gain of 2, second down and 8. Vincennes Lincoln offense was sputtering early, but really has come around now. E. Smith at quarterback again. Hayslip next to him. 3 wide receivers, actually 2 out left and right. Back to throw Smith. He'll throw it outside, incomplete. Look for a short pass that time to its intended receiver, Brody Ruggles. It was out of his reach. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Vickers was taking the snaps, but it looks like after one play, E. Smith was really coming into quarterback, and now he's going out, and back in comes Vickers on 3rd and 8. So the first down for Vincennes Lincoln on a penalty. We'll see what they do now on 3rd down and 8. Here's Vickers. Hayslip beside him. Back to throw and a whistle. Let's see what this is all about. Maybe a false start. We'll find out. If it is, it'll make it 3rd and 13.
I didn't even see the flag.
Well, let's see. The referee will come over and we'll see what we got. They're going to mark it off against Lincoln. It'll be a 5-yard mark off. I couldn't really pick up what the referee was saying. He's mic'd up down there, but I really couldn't tell. Whatever it is, it's 3rd and 13. That's a 5-yard mark off against the Alice's. So now a big play for North Knox here on 3rd and 13. Vickers back to throw. He's going to get pressured. He's going to get away. No, he's not either. He'll go down at the 40-yard line. Making the sack that time for the Warriors was Bo Nolan.
Yeah, that was really a nice play. They gave good pressure that time.
So the ball back at the 40-yard line. They lost, that time?
7.
They lost about 7. So the Warriors will get it on the punt. Holtman Dode's going back. And the punter for the Alice's, Vickers, I believe the punter here. Yes. So Eric Vickers will punt it away. So the Warriors hold on their first drive. That's kind of a short one. Oh, that was not a good kick at all. No. Well, he got that off the side of his foot. It's going to go bounce forward and take a North Knox bounce down at their own 43.
They didn't quite get a first down, Tom.
Boy, I tell you what, North Knox had some pressure up the middle, but I thought he had plenty of room to punt it that time. He just hit it straight in the air.
He did. I thought he heard a freight train coming.
So the Warriors will have it at their own 43-yard line, 1st and 10. Defense holds. Now let's see what the offense can do. Reese Hamelman for the Warriors will pilot this offense. North Knox working multiple formations. This time they're going to start tight. We'll see what they do. Usually they start up the middle. We'll see if they do it this time. It looks like Richter, though, a little bit far out to the left. Going to give it to him. It's going to go up the middle. He's going to get some yardage, 45-yard line, 50 down to the 49 of Lincoln. So he got about 7 on that one. And they did the same thing every time on that first play with mixed results. This time they got 7 out of it. So 2nd down at about 3. And that time, boy, there was a huge hole up the middle. So Cole Richter takes advantage of that. 7-yard gain for the Warriors. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Reese Hamelman. And in motion coming across Dodds. He'll hand it off up the middle again. It's going to be a trip up and a first down. He got about 4 on that one. So Cole Richter
first down,
got to first down. Got tripped up coming through the line, but he was already 3 yards downfield. So the Warriors get it to football up to about the 46.
Lincoln has a player kind of limping off, Tom, number 55.
That's Julio Ramirez.
Yeah, he came out of the game right there.
So the ball at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10 Warriors. Reese Hamelman, again a tight formation. With Cole Richter next to him and a couple of backs out to the right that time. It's going to be off in the middle. Here's Holtman. Dode's got some yardage. He gets tripped up, but he does get some yardage positive, about 5 of them there down to the 42. Actually, may have gotten 6. They're hitting him, Ed, but they're hitting him about 3 or 4 yards downfield. A lot of credit to that North Knox offensive line. And right now in this first series, they're dominating Vincennes Lincoln defense. 9:11 left to go in the opening quarter. Officials timeout. They're talking with North Knox. Let's see. I think it's an equipment deal. It's probably, it looks like it's going to be on Trey Keller. So we'll get that squared away. Give him 6 on that one. 2nd down and 4. The ball to 41.
Yeah, he's got to go out. Must be something broke on his helmet. They're going to fix it.
So they'll bring in Jalen Conrad to play that 5'10", 200 and a senior. Been playing some linebacker and had a really nice hit on the first series. Here's Reese Hamelman. 2nd down now. 2nd down, about 5, make it. Here's Reese. Hands it off up the middle. It's going to be Richter. He's going to get the first down inside the 35, down to the 33. Straight ahead running for the Warriors and another first down. Right now, Ed, North Knox offensive line is owning the defensive line of Vincennes Lincoln.
Very much so.
The ball down at the 33. It'll be 1st and 10 right there. Warriors moving.
Maybe the 20. Yeah, that's it. They've got to go to the
27
or 28 for our first.
So here's Reese. Hamelman hands off Dodes. Holtman tries to get outside. Does. He's got yours. 30. Flag down, though, at the 22. So as it had, it was a first down, but just you said, Ed, it may be coming back.
Yeah, it's a holding penalty, I'm sure, the way he threw it. At
the 36. So threw it at the 36-yard line, so. Let's see if we can get it this time. It is a hold on North Knox, so they'll move that back. So ball goes back. It'll be a first down for the Warriors now. 1st and 20, I believe.
Yeah.
Where they threw it at the line of scrimmage. So we've got the microphone fixed. It's still at the best quality in the world, at least you can tell.
Right. That's all that matters. He's not singing the national anthem.
First down and 20. Warriors will have it back at their own 44-yard line. They've got to get down to the 24 for a first down. Here's Reese Hamelman. Now let's see what they do at 1st and 20. Reese hands it off Richter. Cole gets outside. He's going to get around 45-yard line. Still got some yards. He's going to hit down at the 40. So flag down. Let's see what this flag is all about here.
It looks like it's going to be against North Knox again, I'm afraid.
Yep, another hold.
Holding.
That's the second straight holding penalty, 35 yards in penalties on the Warriors. And Ed, North Knox doing a great job on the ground right now, but they're their own worst enemy.
Yeah, I mean,
so it'll be 1st and 30.
This is the one thing about it. You kind of force North Knox to look at.
Sean McDowell is a former head coach for the North Knox Warriors, now one of the assistants, and he kind of smiled knowingly down there on the other end. 1st down and 30 for the Warriors back in Lincoln territory.
It kind of forces them to look at maybe a pass somewhere in here.
We'll have to see what happens. Warriors on a 1st and 30. Back in their territory. Here's Reese. Nope, going to hand it off inside. It's going to go to Richter. He'll go past midfield down about 49. Got about 7 back on that one. It'll be 2nd down at 23. Actually, yeah, got to the 49, so it'll be 2nd down and quite a bit. I should have called it to 48. So let's see what the board calls it.
6 is what he got.
Okay, so 2nd and 24. So that's pretty close. 2nd down and 24. Warriors still running the ball, running it pretty well.
They're going to have to run it a lot here.
Here's Reese.
Long way.
Hamelman hands off outside Dodes. Holtman turns, gets away from one man, doesn't get away from the other. Got about a yard on that one. It'll be 3rd down. That time Lincoln kind of waiting for him with all that yardage.
Yeah, just really didn't get anything on that.
So Holtman Dodes tried to go around on that play. Again off that favored left side. Got about 1 yard. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd down now, the ball to 48. 6:57. First period of play and no score.
I'm surprised North Knox hadn't tried a little bit of a pass to kind of loosen things up a bit.
Yep, right now a lot of players up in the box. We'll have to see what they do here.
Yeah.
3rd down. Still at the 3rd down and way long. Here's Holtman coming across right. He'll get it outside. He's going to throw a pass downfield. He's got a man open, and it is incomplete and almost picked off.
Yeah, it was a little bit short.
Went for Troy Nolan that time, and I knew that was coming. I knew they were going to try a halfback option eventually.
Yeah.
And that time, Holtman Dodes tried it and did not quite get it to Troy Nolan, who had about a yard if he could have got it there.
Yeah, if he could have thrown it a little bit farther, I think that was a good opportunity for a completion there.
Ball was on the money, too. It really was right on the line.
Yeah.
It's just short.
Yeah.
So the Warriors will kick it away for the first time. So both teams trade punts on their first opportunity. And back long for it, I believe it was DeJuan Gillis. Going to kick it away. Got a good kick that time. And it's going to go past, and it's going to go out of bounds
about
inside the 20.
12.
You mentioned about the 11-yard line. So the ball went away. Actually, it was Fabian Hernandez who was back to get that punt. So Ball went out of bounds. Nice punt that time by the Warriors inside the 20, inside the 15 even. That time by Troy Nolan. So the Alice's will have it all the way back at their 11. So a nice flip of the field that time for the Warriors. They may have made some mistakes, but at least they pinned the Alice's back deep.
Yeah, well, they won those penalties just so where they could punt them back and put them deeper.
Yeah, that's what it is, yeah. All right, here come the Alice's now. 1st and 10. This time Vickers back at quarterback. Beside him is Raekwon Hayslip. Here's Vickers. Going to pitch it outside Hayslip. Raekwon gets outside. He's got a little bit of yardage, and he's down the sideline to about the 16.
I think the official kind of missed it. One of the North Knox players had his shirt taken off.
Well, they didn't call it, so they got it out to him at the 16. So a 5-yard gain there. It'll be 2nd down. Actually, give him a gain of 6. 2nd down at 4. So we'll see if that may not go back into the memory banks of the officials here. A lot of players, you can hear a lot of people below us wanted that penalty. They didn't get it.
Well, I think most people could see it.
Here's Vickers. This time Hayslip off to his left. 2nd and 4. Vickers going to roll out. He's going to get hit that time. He throws it downfield. It's incomplete. And Holman Dodes made sure of it that time. The intended receiver, Gavin Smith, is through his hands. He threw it high. 3rd down. Well, you could tell Dode, that ball's floating on him. He threw that a long way sideways.
Well, he also saw a North Knox player coming in on him. And
you mentioned the pressure, and North Knox has been getting some. They've already got 1 sack.
Yeah, Deschamps was in there just about to throw it with him.
So we'll have to see. He may have, of course, have pulled a ball to go high, too, because that ball was high.
And the weather, I think the wind is a little bit of a factor, too, Tom.
He's throwing against the wind.
It's kind of swirling a little bit from time to time.
Going back toward that north side of the field. Actually, correction, make that the east side of the field. 3rd down.
Timeout. Lincoln, timeout.
And Lincoln will take the timeout. So we'll take one as well. Vincennes Lincoln with their first timeout. No score, 6:21 left to go to the opening period of play. Back in 30 seconds. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football right here on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Hey everyone, this is Randy Hamilman of Hamilman Decal. Here at Laid Back Acres, located smack dab in the middle of Warrior Country. We're all Warrior strong. DeKalb and Asgrow seeds, with their proven yield potential and unbeatable disease packages, are great teammates for all your acres. Good luck this year to all our athletes. Hamilman DeKalb is a proud supporter of North Knox High School and Warriors athletics. See you at the game, Warrior fans. It's victory time.
Back at Warrior Stadium, no score, 6:21 left to go in the opening period between Vincennes Lincoln and North Knox. In a big play right now, Ed, for the defense. 3rd down at about 3.5. So we'll have to see what happens. By the way, the punter for Lincoln was Blake Mincy. I said Vickers earlier. It's actually Blake Mincy. So 3rd down now. Vickers at quarterback, again with Hayslip next to him. He's going to pitch it. Actually, it's going to be a reversal. He's going to go outside, 20-yard line, and he'll go out of bounds at the 21. So very close to a first down, if not got it.
Yeah, I think it is a first down.
Brody Ruggles got that ball on a little jet reverse play that time. It was all going to they gave him the first down. So the play went left, Ruggles went right, and was able to get the first down by about a couple of yards that time. He got out to the 21, 22. So about, he needed 3, he got about 5, 1st and 10. Vickers at quarterback. Raekwon Hayslip to his left. Back to throw, Vickers. He's got some time. He's going to throw it downfield now, and it is going to be incomplete. Just off of the intended receiver that time. He was looking for Torrance Gillis, and a nice play by Holtman Dodes to stay on him.
Well, Dodes was right on him tight. He didn't turn around and look for the ball, but he was staying with him stride for stride.
Tell you what, Gillis, he almost laid it right in there. That was a very well thrown pass.
It was nice. Well, that's the strength of this Lincoln team.
But 2nd down at 10, that ball, if it was caught, would have been about the 45-yard line. So that would have been about a 25-yard gain, but that time it's incomplete. 2nd down at 10. Vickers back there with Hayslip again beside him. Derek Vickers, Raekwon Hayslip back in that backfield. Here's Vickers. Hand off to Hayslip. He's going to go outside. He's going to get chased. 20-yard line, 25. He gets into positive territory, 30, and out of bounds at the 31. So he got about 7 that time.
North Knox just went for the fake to the right side, and the defensive end on that right, Tom, just didn't get out there quick enough.
Gabe made on that one, actually. 3rd down and 2. North Knox had some players who were chasing, but Hayslip a little bit too quick was able to slip by. 3rd down and 2. 6:01 left to go in the opening quarter. No score. Vincennes Lincoln moving some after they got the ball thrown at 11.
Well, they're spreading the field out and doing a good job of spreading North Knox out as well.
3rd down and 2. Vickers with Hayslip beside him. Here's Vickers. Pitches outside Hayslip. Raekwon gets the first down. He'll go out of bounds about the 37-yard line. So 3rd first down now for the Alices. So the ball will be set up, actually, we'll see at the 37. Yep, it's going to be right there. So they're not getting huge chunks of yardage right now, but they are moving the 6, 1st and 10.
Well, they're being effective by getting the ball to the outside quickly. They've made several of those pitches to the outside, and they're pitching it like 5 yards almost to the ball carrier.
So Raekwon Hayslip back there and running back again with Vickers. 1st and 10 at the 37. Handoff up the middle. It's going to be Hayslip that time. He's going to get hit, and he's going to be brought down after a 2-yard gain to the 40. 2nd down and 8. I think you're right, Ed. Trying to go inside, that kind of works more toward North Knox, you would think, than Vincennes Lincoln. That time they went up the middle and got maybe 2 yards. 5:38 and counting. First period of play, no score.
I think they're trying to keep North Knox honest in the middle, but this likely will be I would think they'll pass it this time. We'll see what happens.
2nd down and 8 at the 40. This time they got an empty backfield.
Oh, they're definitely in a pass formation.
3 right, 1 left. Here's Vickers. He's going to roll out left. He's going to look to throw. He throws it as he gets hit, and it's incomplete.
Boy, he got nailed, too.
Boy, he threw it as he was hit, and a nice play that time by the Warriors, and that was Troy Nolan.
Yeah, he got in there and said, look, I'm coming for you.
When they play the empty backfield, North Knox has been able to get pressure, and that time he rolled out to his right to get a little more time. It didn't matter. Troy Nolan right on top of him as he threw. That ball was on the money, too, and it was short because of the hit.
Well, it came up a little bit of a delayed blitz, Tom, and there wasn't anybody there to block him.
3rd down and 8. Football at the 40. Another big play for the Warriors, and for that matter, the Alices as well. Vickers. Wide receivers out this time split way out left and right. 3 wide receivers now left. Hayslip, actually Vickers, make that back to throw. Looks, fires in the middle. It's going to be caught and then dropped.
Did not.
Caught and dropped, and that was because of a huge hit. They hit Brody Ruggles that time. It would have been short of the first down anyway, but the Warriors made sure of it. It's 4th down.
Yeah, I think Ruggles thought about 3 people hit him at once, but it was only 1.
Warrior linebacker got there and really, I didn't see who it was, but really just hit him hard. So now punt coming up, and Blake Mincy will be back to kick it away. So a couple first downs for the Alices, but again, sitting back in that pin back location didn't help much. Here's a kick. That one's a little bit better.
End over end.
And it's going to take a North Knox bounce. It's going to go down about
It's going to go back, Tom. It's
26.
It's going to be roughing the kicker.
So the flag down at the 31. If that's what it is, that really is going to be tough because the Warriors have just been killing themselves with penalties.
I think so, or at least from the standpoint of the officials have seen quite a few.
Well, let's see if they call it roughing or running into the kicker. Referee will let us know.
Well, he's talking to Lincoln, so they're likely going to be in good shape here.
Let's see what this is. Looks like they called running into the kicker. So if it's running into the kicker, it's a 5-yard mark-off. I think it'd still be 4th down. We'll find out. Yep, it's a 5-yard mark-off, which is still 4th down. So they called running into the kicker instead of a personal foul roughing.
Well,
that's very good. 4th and 3.
I think only because the official felt guilty.
Mincy going to kick it away, but now it's a 4th down and 3 at the 45. This puts him in fake territory, possibly. He got that one off. That one's a nice kick. Holden Dodes returns it though at the 20. 25 down the middle. 30. He'll go down there. Nice return by Holden Dodes. Warriors will get it their own 30.
Pretty good field position. He got 2 opportunities to punt it.
Well, as it turned out, they picked up a couple of yards, but not a major amount off that kick. Nice return by Holden Dodes. I think the original went down about the 32. So the Warriors will have it 1st and 10. They have been able to move. See if they can here. Reese Hamelman. Last time they killed themselves with penalties. Here's Reese Hamelman. 1st and 10. Hand off Dodes. Holman up the middle. Got some yardage. 35-yard line down to the 37. So he got about 7 on that one. And you can see Lincoln's strategy, and they're going to keep the safeties back there. They're not going to put too many people up so to make sure that they can limit what has been some pretty good North Knox games. That one for 8.
Player down, Tom.
Yeah, we'll see who that is. That is Blake Long. He's going to go off with what looks like an injured ankle. So he may have rolled at that time, Ed. It looks like he's walking off a little gingerly, but it didn't look like he strained it. He may have just turned it.
Yeah, I think that's, we can tell. You get in there and a lot of things happen all of a sudden, and that's one of the things that he may have gotten caught between players.
So they'll go back and take a look at that one. I think, though, it may have been that he rolled it. I mean, you see a situation, you hope that's what happened. He'll sit down and get taken a look at. So the Warriors will have it. They'll be 2nd down and give him 7 on that one. 2nd down and 3. It's one of those half situations again. Added 7.5.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say that, Tom, but I knew you would.
Here's Reese Hamelman with Cole Richter beside him off to his left. He's going to hold it himself. He's going to go forward. That was a busted play.
Yeah. Maurice Hamelman took it and
3rd
ended
down.
up losing a yard.
Yeah, he lost the yard. 3rd down and 3. That was really a busted play. I mean, he just caught there and went forward. Somebody, I don't know who forgot to play, but now 3rd down and 3. Well, the Warriors have been actually moving the ball extremely well, but they've been killing themselves with mistakes. 3rd down, Reese Hamelman.
Lincoln's gone in there now. They've got 6 people on the line of scrimmage, Tom, so they're doing everything they can to force North Knox to pass.
And they're going to hand it off to Richter. He's got the 1st down. He needed 3. He got 4.
Yeah.
Right to the 40. 3rd 1st down for the Warriors now. The 1st down and 10 at the 40-yard line. Well, they haven't moved it. Now they have. It'll be at the 40-yard line. By the way, Cole Richter this year, 85 carries coming into the game, 677 yards and 8 touchdowns, averaging 8 yards a carry. So Reese Hamelman with it, 1st and 10. That mistake didn't hurt them that time. 1st and 10. Here's Reese. Reese Hamelman, Cole Richter next to it. Hands it off. It's going to go inside a fumble, and it's picked up by Lincoln. The Alice's get it. And they will carry forward down to the 29, and now a flag down late in the game.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably against North Knox the way it is.
So the fumble recovery that time was picked up by Andrew Brown. They stripped Holtman Dodes that time, and so the Alice's get the first turnover of the game.
Yeah, let's see who he's going to call it on.
Well, let's see what this one is.
And it's a Quest turnover, Tom.
Yep.
And turnover your injury rehabilitation to Dr. Terry Fendwick at Quest Orthopedics. Gets answers, get results, get Quest. And it is a turnover against North Knox.
And it's a personal foul face mask on top of it.
I'll tell you what, this is a ball game where you look at the number of penalties, Tom, and it's pretty significant when you see the disparity between penalties too. How many penalties has Lincoln had?
5 penalties for North Knox for 50 yards.
No, I said Lincoln.
One for 5 for Lincoln. They're in the red zone or close. Actually, they're at the 15-yard line. So they got it to 30, so they're down to the 15. Actually, 14. Down to the 14-yard line. So they called a face mask on the Warriors, a personal foul face mask.
Yeah,
Here's E. Smith. Actually, no, Vickers. Vickers looks out to throw, fires it. It's incomplete and intercepted. Warriors pick it off at the 15-yard line. The ball was tipped and it goes into the hands that time of Reese Hamelman. And a flag down, and Reese Hamelman, I think, just got a little mouthy. I think Reese Hamelman may have cost himself and his team 15 yards.
I think he did, Tom.
You could just see it. I could see it through the headphones that both players were kind of giving it to each other, and I think North Knox is going to get tagged on this one. It'll come from the 19-yard line, so it'll move him back to probably about you would say probably if it's at the 19, it'll put him back to the 9.
Yeah, that's not what North Knox needed.
6 penalties now, 60 yards for the Warriors, and they did call in sportsmanlike conduct on the Warriors.
So it's going to put us back there.
That's the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
So it'll be about the 10-yard line. It's half the distance.
No, it's going to be, it's inside the 20. So
yeah, they'll be back to about the 10, I would guess. From the 19, it'll go back to about the 9.5-yard line. There's that half again. So half the distance back to the 9 for the Warriors, and they'll have it there 1st and 10.
I think North Knox, Tom, is going to have to pass it a little bit. Lincoln's just so many players inside. I think the law of averages says that it's going to.
Warriors still tight now. Hamelman in the shotgun at the 5. Hands it off outside. It'll be Holman Doze. He's got some yardage. He's going to make it Richter out to the 20-yard line. So he got the first down.
10 yards. That was a nice run.
So he handed it off that time to Cole Richter going outside. Ed, they're playing that tight formation, but the thing about it is when they go outside, the runners have got open field.
Yeah, once they get through that first 3-4 yards, then they are getting big chunks.
4th first down for the Warriors. The Alices were able to punch out to the 40 after they were at the 11. Warriors trying to do it from the 9. No score still. Here's Reese. Reese Hamelman and a whistle. Yeah, let's see what this is all about. That's going to be against
North Knox, I'm sure. Yeah.
Maybe a false start.
That's what they said. Yeah, against North Knox. I don't know whether they're just, anxiety or what they're doing. It's got them so off balance.
So it is a penalty of 5-yard mark off. It'll be 1st and 15. The Warriors now penalized 7 times in the first quarter for 65 yards. We still got 2:50 left to go in the period. So the Warriors wanted to try to keep penalties out of this, and they have not done it.
Well, Lincoln, they're a flawless team. They don't have mistakes. They don't make penalties.
Here's Hamelman. The handoff outside. No, it's going to go up. Now it's outside his toes. Holman gets outside. 15-yard line. He'll go down about the 17, maybe the 18. So he got back to near the original line of scrimmage. Got about 4 on that one. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 11. Well, I tell you what, they had student body that time to North Knox's left, and Holtman Dodes almost hid behind that wall of bodies that time. 2nd down and 11. Good to see Superintendent Darrell Bobe standing right behind us watching the game tonight.
Got an eye on you, Tom.
Well, he's always wanted to make sure that I say the right thing.
Well, he's looking, interviewing for your job.
2nd down and 11. Here's Reese. Hamelman up the middle, and that's going to be a short gain.
Yeah, not a gain at all, I don't think.
He may have got to the 20. We'll see where they put it down.
A half yard, baby.
Yep, 3rd down. 3rd down back to the original line of scrimmage. That time for North Knox is Cole Richter. Shortest gain he's had all night. 3rd down and 10.
Well,
Reese Hamelman, 3rd down and 10. Man in motion, here's Richter, and that may be 5 yards on Vincennes Lincoln.
Well, I'm not going to count on that yet until they walk it off.
Well, it looks like one of the Lincoln defenders moved first, and he did.
Oh, man.
So it'll be 3rd down and 5. So the Warriors get it 3rd down and 5. So now a big break for the Warriors. And 10 yards in penalties. But boy, it's a big one. 125 that first period.
And round of applause for the officials.
Well, they deserve it, right?
Yeah.
3rd down and 5. Spoken like the former referee that he is.
Yeah, they've had to work hard at it tonight.
3rd down and 5 at the 25-yard line. So the Warriors back in business again after being stymied on their first couple of runs.
Well, I wouldn't count that. They're still 3rd and 6, Tom.
We'll find out what happens. Here's Reese. And a motion coming across Doge. Holdman going to hand off the middle. Richter Cole up the middle. He's going to get hit and brought down after about a 2-yard gain. So the Warriors have a tendency going to the well a little bit too often, and so they 4th down and 3. Under a minute left to go first period and no score. And for North Knox, it's no score because they keep on shooting themselves in the foot with penalties.
Yeah. Well,
so Troy Nolan will kick it away.
That was definitely, an unforced error on part of North Knox that got that unsportsmanlike penalty.
Yep, and that really hurt him and put him back. Here's Troy Nolan.
They need a good punt here.
Got a good snap. He'll kick it away. Boy,
nice
what a
punt.
kick that was. High and end over end, and it's going to bounce straight up in the air. And it will go down about the 37-yard line. So Troy Nolan kicks it down to the 37, 15 seconds left to go in the opening period, Ed, and still no score.
Well, Lincoln has really great field position here, too. This is, I think, their best field position, isn't it?
To start a series, I think it's one of them, if not the. Actually, they did get that play where they made the interception.
Yeah,
they were down at the 15. Yeah. That's the one time they've been in the red zone. North Knox has not gotten there yet.
Well, 2 turnovers, really, on that interception. That was the second Quest turnover.
Yep, indeed so. So,
yeah, and that's...
I don't thank Quest for sponsoring that. Reminder, turnover your injury updates to Quest Orthopedics. Get answers, get results, get Quest. I formation now behind Vickers. First time we've seen this. Hand off up the middle. It's going to be E. Smith. He's going to get outside, flag down. He goes down to 42, so he got about 4.
He would really feel guilty if he threw this against North Knox.
That flag all the way back about the 37, the original. Yeah. Actually, it's a yard behind the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it's at the line of scrimmage. It's a holding against Lincoln.
All right, so they'll mark him off 10.
Yeah.
3 penalties, 20 yards now on the Alice's. 10.8 seconds left to go in the opening period. They will mark it off 10. So it'll be first down and 20.
Yeah. Even that time, the official looked over at the Lincoln sideline to see what to do. He hadn't done it, and then he had to turn around and figure it out here.
So the ball is at 26, first and 20 for the Alice's. And that'll be the end of the first period of play. Clock will run down. That'll end period number 1. No score. We're back with the second quarter in 1 minute. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football right here on WUZR, Bicknell, Vincennes, and WUZR.com.
Hey, it's John Yoakum here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to let you know that this month we have teamed up with Helping His Hands to do a canned food drive. We are offering a conventional oil change plus a free 24-point inspection for just $24.95 when you bring in 5 canned food items or more. We haven't left out you diesel or synthetic oil change vehicles. Bring them in with your canned foods and receive $15 off your oil change. There's no appointment necessary, and help us fill this Ram truck up with canned foods for Helping His Hands. That's Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram just off Hart Street next to Kohl's in Vincennes.
Times will continue to change, and life's pace may even increase. But Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home and Wampler Shaw Chapel continues to serve the community since 1830 with 2 locations. Both funeral homes are locally owned with services to meet the needs of families of all faiths in a caring, traditional way. Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home at 6th and Vigo Street in Vincennes and Wampler Shaw Chapel, 118 Washington in Bicknell, proud to support our area youth sports programs.
Well, we turn things around now. The Vincennes Lincoln Alice's will be going from right to left, North Knox from left to right. And Ed, I tell you what, North Knox's defense has done pretty well, but boy, 7 penalties, 65 yards in the first period against the Warriors.
Well, if North Knox can overcome the canary disease, then they've played pretty well in this ball game.
12 minutes now on the clock for the second period of play. It'll be second down, or first down. They got first and 20. Football sitting right up now at the 25. And again, that I formation. Raekwon Hazlett back there on the dot of the I. He'll keep it now. Vickers back to throw. Looks, he rolls out. He'll fire it downfield, and it's
incomplete.
It away.
Flag.
Another one at the 29. He was looking downfield for, I believe, E. Smith that time and threw it away.
I don't know who I think this is going to go against North Knox too, Tom. Unless it could be an eligible receiver downfield.
Yeah, that's possible because the time it took to throw that football is a play action fake. Talking with North Knox.
Yeah, they are. I think that's what it was.
So we'll find out right now.
Number 50 for Lincoln was down the field about 5-6 yards.
Yeah, that's what they're going to call ineligible downfield.
Yeah.
So now Lincoln's starting to rack up some penalties. Let's see how they mark it off. It's a 5-yard. It is a 5-yard mark off. So 4 penalties, 25 yards against the Lincoln Alices, and they'll have the ball now all the way back at the 21. And it'll be 1st and 25.
Well, they're a dominant passing team, Tom. They haven't shown much success, but I don't think they'll go away from it.
Still in the I formation, though. Hazlip way back there, about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Vickers. Going to hand it off to Hazlip. He'll get it outside. He's going to try to get around. He does. Goes through one by 25 to the 30. He'll go down there. So he got about 10 of it back. It'll be 2nd down. That's 10 of it back, 2nd and 15.
Tom, they're doing a nice job of pushing the defensive ends back and giving that runner some free lanes.
11:46 left to go. The opening half of play, no score. And Ben Burke going to come in for the Warriors, and it looks like coming out of the lineup for a second for rest is Trevor Carre. 2nd down. Hazlip again, the fullback, by the way, in this setup is Logan McCrary. High formation for Vickers under center. Pitches it outside. It's going to go Hazlip. He'll go up the middle. He gets hit that time, and he'll get away. And he's got the 40. He's got the 1st down outside the 40 to the 48. So he's able to get 17 yards on that one and a 1st down for the Alices. They're 4th. Nice run that time out of Raekwon Hazlip.
Had an opportunity to get him right at the line of scrimmage, but it just wasn't to be. He's a powerful runner, Tom.
Yeah, I figured when he went with a different setup, that I formation, that North Knox is going to take a little time to adjust, and it's been that way. 1st and 10 at the 48 of Vincennes Lincoln. Alice's with the ball and moving. Here's Vickers.
Oh,
and
another penalty.
Offside, it looks like against the
North
Warriors.
Knox, yeah.
Now making 5 penalties for 70 yards for the Warriors. 8 penalties, actually, for 70 yards for the Warriors, it looks like. It'll be 1st and 5. And they put it in North Knox territory. They're going to call that encroachment. So they will call the encroachment. And it will be 1st and 5. But we're sitting in North Knox territory now at the 46-yard line. 11:37 left to go in the opening period of play at no score. Still in the I formation now. Wide receivers split out both sides. Going to hand it off up the middle again. They're going to turn outside now. It's Hazlip. Raekwon trying to get around, does. And he'll go out of bounds right at the 41-yard line, very close to a 1st down.
I think he did get it significantly.
They actually give it off to Julius Hardiman, make that number 5. So
he got 10 yards on that.
So they'll bring it up to the 38-yard line. Another 1st down for the Alices. That'll be their 5th. So the ball sitting up at the 38-yard line with Vincennes Lincoln on a sustained drive right now with 11:32 left to go in the 1st half. Under center Vickers, been very effective in the I formation. Going to hand it off outside Hardiman again. Julius up the middle, gets hit about the 45-yard line. He got about 3 on that one.
I think he got, a little more than that. I think he got about 5.
Yeah, that's exactly what he got. So he got about 5. So 2nd down, he got about half of it. 2nd down at 5.
Lost his helmet, so he's got to go out for a little bit.
Okay, 2nd down at 5. 2nd down at 5. Here is Vickers again. This time Raekwon Hazlip back in that featured position. Wide receivers again split out left and right. Here's Vickers. Going back to throw. He looks, he fires it outside, caught, and he'll squirt forward to about the 28. So he got the 1st down, it looks like.
No, I think he'll be.
Is he just short?
I don't know. I think
he got the 1st down. That's what I thought. It was a 6th 1st down for Lincoln. So they were able to get the 1st down that time. Brody Ruggles with the catch.
That's the first completed pass for Lincoln.
Yep.
Other than the one to North Knox.
Well, at the 28-yard line. So the Allison's very close to making their second trip in the red zone. They got it intercepted the first time. Raekwon Hayslip, feature back in the eye. Here's Vickers. Going back to throw. Rolls right. He's going to get flushed out. He'll throw it downfield toward the end zone. It's incomplete. Nice coverage that time by the Warriors. They were looking for Terrence Gillis. He was double teamed down there about the 5-yard line. It'll be second down. Looks like he threw it off the move that time, Ed, and it looks like he was a little short on the throw.
Well, I think it was very good coverage, defensive coverage also.
Second down and 10. Football sitting up at the 28. No score. 10-14 left to go in the first half.
Well, they have really taken over dominance of the game, Tom, with this drive.
Yep. At the 27, Lincoln now North Knox right now. That backs in an I formation. Again, Hayslip the feature back. Here's Vickers. Pitches outside. Here's Hayslip. He's going to try to turn the corner. He does. 20-yard line. He's going to get hit and brought down actually at the 28. Make that. No gain. Maybe a gain of 1. Third down.
Nice job right there by Matt Urbane. They took him on. North Knox doing a better job now of covering that outside play.
So 27-yard line. It'll be third down. Actually, he didn't gain anything. Third down and 10. If he got anything, he got about a foot. Third down and 10. This time one back behind Vickers, back in that spread formation, about 5 yards back.
Yeah, 2 split ends and 2 flankers right in the split.
Ball up to the right. Here's going back to throw. He looks, fires over middle, and that is incomplete.
Good pressure that time by North Knox.
Fourth down now. They'll have to go for it. You think fourth down at the 28.
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Fourth down and 10. So can the Warriors hold on here? Still no score. 9:27 left to go in the opening period.
Well, it's 10 yards. You would think they'll probably try to pass, but they've had some success with Hayslip running the ball to the right side.
Well, let's see what happens here. Fourth down and 10. Football sitting up at the 28.
This is the biggest play early in the ball game, I think, John, for North Knox.
Yep, I agree. There's been some big plays. This one is.
They need to be careful here and not get a penalty.
Hayslip back there with Vickers. Vickers gets the ball. He's going to roll out left. He's going to get pressured. He's going to throw it downfield, and it is caught at the 15-yard line. First down.
The first down. Yeah.
And he just put it right where the receiver could get it, so they got it in the red zone. He was able to hit Gavin Smith. So first and 10 for the Lincoln Alices. They're in the red zone now for the second time.
Penalty, though, against them.
And a penalty. What's that? What was the penalty? Well, that was a big play.
I think it's a warning for
Lincoln. So it's a warning and no flag. So they'll get it at the 15.
That they were coming out on the field, I think.
Okay, so sideline warning. So it'll be first and 10 at the 15. Second time in the red zone for the Allisons. Still no score. Back to throw Vickers. He looks. He's throwing it right side. He's going to throw the ball. It's going to be caught about 8 yards downfield, and E. Smith gets that one down about the 8.
No pressure, Tom, from the defensive line of North Knox.
So number 8 got about 9. It'll be second and 1. 9:05 left to go in the half. Still no score. And we have a timeout, North Knox. Warriors want to talk it over. So the Alice is inside the 10. They've got a second down and 1. We'll be back after this 30-second break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football right here. 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Does your staff work on their feet all day? Do their feet hurt all day? Do they have trouble getting to the shoe store to purchase their work shoes? Well, let us come to you. Hi, this is Tracy from Grundman Shoes, 906 North 7th Street, Vincennes, and we have gone mobile. We can now bring our quality, service, and selection to you. Call us today at 1-800-726-4770 for more details on us helping you have happier, healthier employees. Grundman, your footwear specialist since 1929.
Well, the football sitting right now inside the 10-yard line, down about they're going to call it the 6.
6, yeah.
And second down and 2. So he got a gain of 8 that time, did E. Smith. And it's at the 7-yard line. They got to get it to the 5. So actually the ball to 7. They got to get it to the 5. Second down and 2. Alice is inside North Knox's 10-yard line. 9:04 left to go in the first half of play and no score. First real good drive for Vincennes Lincoln. North Knox has been on some, but they've killed themselves.
Yeah, early in that first quarter, North Knox had, I think they had more penalties than they did
yards.
Vickers
under center, second down and 2. Hazlett back there in the I formation. Vickers. Hands off Hazlett up the middle. He's going to get hit and brought down right at the 1-yard line. So
yeah,
he just went straight ahead, got the first down at the 1. First and goal. So 8 first down now for the Alices, and they'll have it first and goal at the 1. First and goal at the 1-yard line. The Alices looking to take the lead on a long sustained drive. Got the football about the 35-yard line, and they had themselves a first and long and able to get out of it. Vickers. First and goal at the 1. Hands off up the middle. Not that time. They got hit and brought down all the way back at the 4. Boy, they read that one. Julius Hardiman got a hard hit. Went all the way back to the 4. Second down. So they lost a couple on that one. We'll see where they put it down. Should be out at the 4. He didn't. They gave it to the 3. So 2-yard loss. Second down. But boy, North Knox stood up that time. Big time. 8 minutes and counting. Left to go in the half. No score. Vickers. Under center. Second down. Second down, a goal from the 3. Vickers. Pitches it outside Hardiman. He's going to look to get in, and he's going to do it. He's in. Touchdown.
North Knox just having a hard time stopping that outside run, Tom.
So Julius Hardiman gets a 3-yard touchdown run, and the Lincoln Alices are on the forward first. So a 3-yard run that time from Julius Hardiman. 7:42 left to go in the opening period of play.
It's the second period.
Yep, the second period of play. So
yeah,
they'll try for the extra point to go up 7-0, and the extra point kicker will be
18.
Actually, it'll be Eric Vickers. So Vickers will kick it. That's going to be a fake. Throws it to the end zone, and it's intercepted. The Warriors pick it off. They tried to fake that time, and the Warriors picked it off. So 6-0 to score. So they try to fake that time, and the Warriors pick it off. 7:42 left to go in the first half of play, Ed, and North Knox right now down 6-0. And part of it is that Vincennes Lincoln did what North Knox has done so well, is control the ball and get timely plays when they needed them.
They did. They've done really a nice job. The second quarter has been all Lincoln, and the first quarter has been all officials.
I'll tell you what, North Knox with 8 penalties for 70 yards, Lincoln 4 for 25, and Lincoln's penalties, I think, came at really inopportune times as well, but they were able to overcome them.
Yeah.
So the kickoff going to be taken, and it looks like Adolfo Ubaldo is going to kick it off from the 40-yard line. I think he was their kicker as well. So Ubaldo kick it off for the 40-yard line. Warriors get the ball for the first time off the kickoff. And this one will be a nice kick. It'll go back to about the 20-yard line to the 25, 30. And here's Troy Noland at the 35. Bounces off of him, and he'll go forward. Still on his feet. 40 flags are down. Back. And he'll go down at the 47. So the flag's down about the 38-yard line. They may have got an illegal block. That's about the only thing I can think of.
I don't know what he's saying, whether it's, I think he's going to call either a block in the back or an illegal block in the back. But the kid turned around. I mean, he's
9 penalties for the Warriors now and 80 yards in the first half.
Well, North Knox gets a nice return, and they get shoved back.
So the Warriors will have it marked off from the 36. So they'll have the ball to 26. Still 7:28 left to go in the half. Lincoln leads at 6-0. They're going to mark it out, to the 26. So
yeah.
6-0 Lincoln, 7:28 left to go in the opening period of play. Warriors will start from there. A good run back by Troy
Knox
Nolan.
Spreading it out a little bit this time.
Wide receivers split up both sides, left and right. Reese Hamelman. Going to hand off in the middle. Richter Cole's got some yardage. He'll get hit and brought down right at the 30-yard line. Got 5 on that one. 2nd down. That's one thing North Knox has done a lot this year, spread it out and then run out of that formation to kind of give Richter a little bit of room.
You spread the defense out a little bit. It gives you some different angles in your blocking and has the potential to spring people if it's not just a decoy, if you do use it sometimes.
Spread out again. 2nd down and 5 for the Warriors. Here's Reese Hamelman. Reese going to hand it off up the middle again to Richter. He's going to get hit this time and brought back after about a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and short. 3rd and about 3. Actually, give him to the 32, so give him 2nd down and about 4. Actually, no, it's going to be 2nd down and, 32, 2nd down and about 4. Or 3rd down, make that 3rd down and 4. 6:26 left to go in the first half of play. Lincoln leading at 6-0. They scored here in the second quarter. It's been the only score we've seen. 3rd down and 4. Reese Hamelman, 3rd down and 4. Got a spread formation, rolls out left. He's going to throw it downfield. It's incomplete. He threw it really at the feet that time of Matter Bain. It'll be a punting situation for the Warriors now with 4th down and about 4. Hamilton threw it, but he threw it early, Ed, and he threw it short. It
wasn't anybody open. They had it well covered.
So Troy Nolan will kick it away. 1 man back now for the Alices. It'll be Hernandez. He'll go back to about his own 40.
Need a good punt here.
High snap. He gets it. He'll kick it away, and he did get a good kick with somebody in his face. He kicked it out of bounds. It'll go out inside the 40, it looks like.
Yeah, it's not a good one. So going to get great field position.
We'll see where they put it down. They're going to put it down, it looks like, right at the 40. He's still marking back.
He's still walking back, and the other official hasn't signaled him. There
so
it is.
It's a 39.
39.
So it's a 39.
Great field position for Lincoln. Now, North Knox got to find a defensive cure for this.
So the Vincennes Lincoln Alice is able to take it straight downfield. Last time it scored, they lead 6-0. 5:58 left to go in the first half. North Knox will get the ball beginning period 3. The offense looked really good, didn't it?
They really need a defensive stop here, Tom.
Back in that I formation, it's been successful for them. Vickers under center, 1st and 10. Vickers hands it off. Hayslip. No, he's come back to throw. He fires it outside. That ball is incomplete. He threw it well over the head of his intended receiver. They have a flag down.
Yeah.
So maybe an eligible downfield that time on
Could be the
Lincoln.
same thing. They're just...
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
It's a 5-yard penalty. So 5 penalties, 30 yards now on the Alices. 5:53 left to go in the half, and Lincoln leading at 6-0. Actually, North Knox really had a good start, but after that, they've really sputtered.
What's he doing? Why didn't he put it down?
So I think they're going to put it down right at the 35. Now they're going to mark it down 34. Yep, 34. That's what I thought. 5 yards, so it'll be 1st and 15. Alice's Vickers with the football. Now it'll be back in the spread. Wide receivers out 2 on left, 2 right. Vickers with Hayslip beside him. He's going to go back to throw. He rolls it right. He fires it downfield. Got a man open, and it's incomplete. Just overthrown.
Yeah. Nice job. A little bit of extra pressure there inside for North Knox, I think, caused him to pass it just a tick before he wanted to.
Torrance Gillis was open about 3 steps down about the North Knox 35. He catches in stride. It's a 12-0 game.
Yeah.
But he overthrew him just a hair.
2nd and 15. Well, what we need is a Quest turnover.
2nd down and 15.
Lincoln.
Now, Lincoln threw 3 interceptions last week. They've thrown 1 so far in this game. 2nd down and 15. Well, Gillis was wide open right down the middle of the field on a post pattern. And he just missed him by about maybe 3 inches. Second down at 15. And a whistle.
Timeout.
So Lincoln. Timeout, and Vincennes Lincoln will call it. Second timeout for the Alices with 5:47 left to go in the first half of play. 6-0 Alices lead the Warriors. We're back after this 30-second break. This is North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Post frame buildings continue to pop up all over the area. And at Graber Post Buildings, they've been putting up buildings for over 40 years. Garages, pole barns, storage buildings, workshops, apartments, even indoor basketball courts, and some of the most attractive commercial buildings in the state. Every job is specific and unique to your wants and your needs. Graber Post also has packages for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. So for your next building or roofing project, call for a free quote at Graber Post, 800-264-5013.
5:47 left to go in the first half of play. 6-0. Lincoln leads it, Ed, and North Knox right now really got to get it together.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they've got to have a stop here. They do not need to get down another score.
So now we'll see what happens on this play. Second down and 15. Football sitting in Lincoln territory at the 34-yard line. Spread formation. Here's Vickers. And a motion coming across. He's going to pitch it outside Hazlett. He's going to go back inside. He's not going to go anywhere that time. He's going to get pushed back at the 30. He lost 4 more. Third down.
Yeah, they're going to give him just about a 2-yard loss, Tom.
So third down. It'll be third down about 17. We get a chance to get some score updates. We've got a few games going on right now. And Southridge leading Tell City 7-0 right now. The other games have not started. And, of course, this one 6-0 Lincoln. A lot of games just getting started in that 7:30 window. Third down and about 17. So, again, Hazlett there right beside Vickers. Third down and 17. He's back to throw. He's going to get away from one man. Throws downfield. It's caught. Flag down and about down to the 37. So flag down.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be holding, and I think they will decline it.
It's going to be way short of the first down, about a 5-yard gain that time to Fabian Hernandez. So let's see if they decline. And they will. So it'll be fourth down. Lincoln will punt it. 4:50 left to go in the first half of play, and the Warriors still trailing it right now, Ed, 6-0.
Yeah, they're still, we've seen them, Tom, move the ball just like they did, that time.
Right.
They can, what was the last one? They had a 4th and 12 that made it.
Yep. Right now they got a 4th and 12, but they're sitting in their own territory this time at the 38, and they'll punt it away.
Well, they'll line up that way anyway.
So here's the ball. They'll punt it. Got a pretty nice one that time.
Yeah, very good punt.
And a fair catch called at the 35-yard line by Holton Doge. The Warriors will take it there.
Yeah, it's a nice catch because likely if he hadn't caught that, it might have bounced no telling which direction.
Yeah, he had to back up. Almost he was going back up against his body that time, just leaning back to catch it, but catch it he did.
Yeah, plenty of time here, Tom, to get a score out of this. They've just got to get an offense going now.
Yeah, they had an offense in the first quarter, but then penalties killed them. The second quarter, Lincoln started adjusting. First and 10.
Well, they just pretty well put the 5 players up at the line of scrimmage, and the linebackers
they've got
four right behind them. So
9 in the box. Here's Reese. Hamilton up the middle. It's going to be pushing forward. Richter, he got about 2. Got about 2 yards that time. It'll be second down and give him a gain of 3. Second down at 7.
Lincoln player a little bit shaken up.
So we'll see who that is. Maybe a cramp possibly laying back on his back.
No, I think he was a little bit shaken up. I think it was.
Maybe a wind knocked out?
Yeah, it could be.
Well, they're looking at him right now like that's what's going on.
2, 3, 4. Red ticket. 2, 3, 4.
You haven't seen who the player is. He's lying on his back right now.
716 262.
Well, I thank our studio producer, Andrew Bateman, doing a great job back in the studio tonight. We thank him for all of his work so far in this one. 4:22 left to go. Again, injury timeout. 6-0 to score. Lincoln leading it. on a 3-yard run by Julius Hardiman, which ended a 65-yard drive. And going off under his own power is going to be Braden Potter.
He's a little bit woozy, he looks like.
One of the linebackers for Lincoln in the middle of that interior line for Lincoln, and Potter will come out.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a leg injury, Tom.
So the junior will come out. So the Warriors now got about 3 on that one, maybe just short of 3. It'll be second down and call it 7. So second down and 7. This time the pistol for the Warriors is Cole Richter behind Reese Hamelman. Wide receivers still out. This time 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Here's Reese. Back to throw, a little pass, going to be caught that time by Boyles. Zach Boyles up the middle, going to go down at the 44, about a yard short. It'll be third down.
Yeah, it was a nice pass, well executed.
So Zach Boyles got it. It's going to be a third down and 1. They have thrown those little passes to Boyles, to fullback out of the backfield. He's able to take it forward. He got a third down and 1.
Yeah, those, they loosen up your defense. They've got to respect those plays. And, and when they do that, it can potentially open up something inside.
Third down and a legitimate 1. The football to 44. They got to get to the 45.
Big third down here, Tom. I think that's.
Here's Reese. Third down and 1. Reese Hamelman. Hands it off up the middle. Richter. Cole gets hit.
No,
and
he did not make it.
It's going to be very, very close. Sure. It depends on where his forward progress was stopped. It's going to be maybe an inch short. I don't know.
Yeah, it's short, Tom.
Fourth down at about maybe, 2 inches.
I think you got to go.
I think here you have to. Fourth down about 2 inches. 3:08 and counting left in the half. North Knox gets the ball beginning of period 3 as well. So that may weigh into the decision. Let's see what they'll do.
Well, if you can't make a foot, then you shouldn't be on the field with them now.
It's not going to be a sneak. Hamelman back at quarterback. Hamelman man in motion. And a whistle.
That's a penalty. They were going to blitz.
So Vincennes Lincoln gets drawn offside. And so the Warriors actually, no, they went offside. They didn't get drawn. So Warriors will have a first down. That'll be their 5th. They'll move it to midfield. That is the 6th penalty for Vincennes Lincoln now, and 35 yards. So the Warriors threw them offside, 50-yard line. Warriors get the beneficiary of that one. Let's see what they can do now with half the field to go. 2:37 left in the half, and now a whistle. Referee's getting everything sorted out. So they're trying to see maybe a clock reset. We'll find out.
Yeah.
And another beautiful sunset here at North Knox. It can put it back to 2:42. Great sunset again here at North Knox. I mean, I've just seen this is one reason I keep coming back every year. It's this. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Just the sunsets?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
First and 10 Warriors midfield. Here's Reese. Hamelman rolls out left. He'll look and throw, fires it outfield, and it's caught. 45-yard line to the 40. Out of bounds he goes at the 37.
No,
nice little swing pass.
Oh, he did shut the clock off. So.
Zach Boyles was able to get out of bounds at the 37, a 13-yard gain, and the 6th first down for North Knox. Warriors have it. They start to move as they get the ball down to the 38 of Vincennes Lincoln. 2:21 and counting. Left to go. He did not get out of bounds. Warriors still don't have 2 timeouts. Wide receivers split out left and right. Here's Reese. 2 wide receivers out to the right. Back to throw again. He looks. He fires it downfield, and it's going to be caught. 30-yard line down at the 28. That was a sure interception, and it was caught by Troy Nolan. That was a sure interception. Troy Nolan stepped in and intercepted it from the defender. And got the first down, I believe. Yes, he did. 7th first down. Ed, that was a pick, and all of a sudden, Troy Nolan able to pick it off and get the first down. 1:55 and counting in the half. Again, the Warriors with 2 timeouts. Here's Reese. Hamelman, first down. 3 yards back off the line. Reese, back to throw again. Looks left. He throws it long down the field, and that ball is going to be incomplete. He overthrew everybody. Again, looking for Zach Boyles. Second down.
Yeah.
He may have been throwing that one away, Ed. Nobody was even close to where the ball landed.
I think he was throwing it. I think they were a little different on the route.
Second down and 10. Ball at the 29. Or actually, make that to 27. My apologies. 27.
That's only the fifth pass that North Knox has thrown other than the halfback pass.
A couple of completions to Zach Boyles. Here's the second down play from Reese Hamelman. Warriors again with 2 timeouts. Reese. Gonna roll out left. Gonna look. Gonna throw it downfield again. Same play, and it is gonna be caught! Touchdown! Warrior touchdown!
Flag, Tom. We have a flag in the backfield.
Holding
against North Knox.
So wipe it off.
It's gonna come back.
As Holtman Dodes caught that ball in the end zone, but it's gonna come back. It'll hold on the Warriors.
Man, what a play. You know,
10 penalties, 85 yards for the Warriors.
Tom, I'm just a little surprised. Either North Knox doesn't understand what the hold is, or the officials are calling something that hasn't been called earlier this year.
So the Warriors now, 1:33 left to go in the half. They trail 6-0 still.
Man, they're going to back them up, and that's going to make it.
It's going to make it third down and quite a bit. Or second down.
Second down. Yeah,
second down and 20. It'll be second down and 20. They'll mark it off from the 27-yard line. So it'll be back to the 37.
Well, it looks like they may be marking it off from like the 32.
I think that would be 5 yards in the backfield. So that hold might come. It's 10 yards from the place of the hold, Ed, and that came back there. That would be a 15-yard mark off. Unsportsmanlike against North
conduct.
Knox. And did they throw somebody out?
That's going to be, Tom, that's going to end up
15 more.
Yeah, that's going to end up being 25 yards.
So unsportsmanlike conduct, I don't know who they called it in. It looked like they may have thrown somebody.
Man.
That'll mark it all the way back into North Knox territory, all the way back at the 43.
Man alive.
I don't know if anybody got tossed or not, but it looked like the sign, the symbol.
Well, you haven't seen, it's just a tough situation when you see this kind of circumstance happening. It's not easy to explain. North Knox hasn't had this problem all season up to this point, and then tonight they're holding all the time.
By the way, Blake Long back in. He had that ankle injury. So Reese Hamelman now going back to throw. He looks. He's going to get away. No, he's not. He'll go down at the 35. Now he gets away still. He'll throw it downfield, and it's going to be incomplete. He threw it between two players that time. It looked like he was going for both Zach Boyles and Troy Nolan, both of them in that area, about 10 yards downfield.
And the problem you run into this, Tom, you've got your offensive linemen. They're almost afraid to touch the defensive lineman because they'll get a hold called
Third
on.
down and 32.
Yeah,
I don't know who that unsportsmanlike was on.
I don't know. It's
So third down and 32. The Warriors had a touchdown taken off the board on a holding penalty, and then they got a 25-yard mark off. Still only a 6-0 game right now, though. Third down. Here's Reese. He's going back to throw. He's going to get away from a man that time, and he's going to get hit, and that time he'll go down. All the way back at the Warrior 32. 1:18 left to go, and Vincennes Lincoln could have it.
Timeout, Lincoln.
So they're going to stop the clock. That'll be their third timeout of the first half. 1:18 left to go. 6-0 to score, and now Troy Nolan will kick it away. So the Warriors with a fourth down. They got the ball at their own, 34-yard line, and the first down is all the way down at the Lincoln 19.
Yeah, I know.
That's about a 40-yard fourth down right now.
Well, it was 30 yards of penalties in one play.
Yeah. Exactly. Actually 25, but 10 and 15.
Well, no, from the point of the hold.
From the point of the
so
hold.
That was 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That's why I said what I did.
So that'll make it a 30-yard net.
You're right.
So it'll be 4th down now on the 34-yard line. So what a way to end a five-year swing of games, huh? You thought anything could happen tonight, and so far it's pretty much been that way. Two punt returners back now with Ruggles back there along with Fabian Hernandez.
Well, I think they should try for a block this time.
You would think.
I mean, the officials won't call a penalty against them.
Nope, they're going to go for a return, and they'll return it back. It's going to bounce down and let it ride. North Knox just got a great play. It goes down to the 20-yard line, and Ed, if that shows you anything,
to be a flag on North Knox.
It was a 4th and 46, and Ed, that was a 45-yard punt.
Yeah.
So it was a 45-yard punt, and Lincoln let it roll, too, and it took them another 15 yards of roll.
Well, I think they're in a pretty good situation, Tom, really. They have
1:08 left in the half. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for Lincoln.
Lincoln has played the game that, in some respects, I thought North Knox would be playing.
Yeah, I agree. Spread formation, here is Vickers now with Raekwon Hayslip beside him. 1:08 left to go, make that in a half. Here's the ball. He's going to back to throw. Vickers this time throws it over the middle, and it is caught. It's going to go down to about the 47-yard line of Lincoln. Now they're going to call it incomplete.
Yeah, that was good.
They're going to call it incomplete.
Yeah, it was a nice job by the defense to put the pressure on them.
Again, they were going for senior Torrance Gillis. It'll be second down. 1:01 left to go in the half. Vickers, North Knox getting some pretty good pressure on him.
Yeah, they didn't get enough on him that time. That was
that same post pattern that he overthrew in the earlier in the second
just
quarter.
Just a miss.
Just a little. Second down at 10. Ball at the 20. Warriors still have 2 timeouts.
Well, they got to get the ball back.
Here's Vickers, second down. Back to throw. This time a straight throw back. He's going to look downfield again, and that ball is incomplete, and now it's knocked away by the receiver. That time Cole Richter had positioning, and Fabian Hernandez knocked it down. It'd be 3rd down. 57 seconds left in the half. Lincoln still leading at 6-0. Warriors had a touchdown washed off the board on a great pass play in the end zone to Holtman Dodds, but it was washed off by a holding penalty. North Knox in the first half with 10 of them. 10 penalties overall.
Now this has got to be a stop here for North Knox, and then if it's a run, they've got to get the timeout quick.
Well, they've got 2 of them, so they've still got some timeouts to burn. Pitch outside Hayslip. Raekwon going to get hit, get away from 1 man, get away from 2, down the sideline, and he's going to keep going up to the 48-yard line. And a flag down.
It's got to be holding.
That's a holding against Lincoln, so that goes off the board.
Yeah, I'll tell you, this is, So
that run goes off the board.
This has been
3rd and 20.
This is the most penalties we've seen in the ball game in a while, isn't it? That must be the favorite call, holding.
So they'll call the hold on Lincoln. It has been flag night here at North Knox, I'm telling you.
It is. It is. I think that's what caused what you thought was sunset was really all the flags flying.
I think so. It's been the yellow blizzard here tonight. So it'll be 3rd down at 20. Still 40 seconds left to go. North Knox has 2 timeouts and have not called a timeout. They have not called one.
They're satisfied with going into the locker room, I guess.
They'd be down 6-0, but with the ball in the 3rd period. Here's Vickers. Hands off outside this time. They're going to try to run it. They do. They get outside and down to the 20-yard line, out of bounds there. And do we see another flag?
I couldn't
Julius
tell.
Hardiman took that ball on the right side. Was able to get to about the 20. He got out of bounds, so the clock stopped at 21.4. It'll be 4th down. Got about 10 yards on that one. It'll be actually, well, we'll see where they put it down at. I don't know if he got 10 yards on that one or not. He got it out to about the 10. So let's see if there isn't another penalty. They're talking to North Knox here.
Well, Lincoln's going back to the goal line, so.
Flag night in Knox County.
Another holding.
A holding against Lincoln declined. So they'll take the play out to the 15-yard line, it looked like. So you got them a 5.
I tell you what, I don't know that they have much to lose here about going for the...
You got 10, not to the 19, my apology.
Yeah.
So a timeout for North Knox now. We'll keep it here. Second timeout for the Warriors. 21.4 seconds left to go to halftime, and 6-0, Ed, in what has been a bizarre game between these two.
It's been bizarre only from the standpoint that there's been, 5 people factoring into the game that you wouldn't have expected or you didn't want, and that's the officials. And the officials don't want it either. They don't want to be factors in a ball game, but they definitely are tonight.
10 penalties for the Warriors for 85 yards. Lincoln 7 penalties for 45. 21.4 seconds left to go in the first half of play. Now North Knox will get the ball beginning period 3.
Yeah. Well, you look at the penalties here. There have been 20 yards of penalties against Lincoln here late in the half that were really meaningless.
So it's been flag night in Knox County.
But the key penalties that North Knox received were killers. They were, they just took them out of any kind of offensive rhythm.
Lake Mitzi going to kick it away, or at least get it set up to do so. North Knox has nobody back.
Well, I think
they're going to look to block.
They need to try to go for it here for sure.
And they're going to kick it away. That's a quick kick, and he's able to get it away, and it'll go but the 50-yard line. Take a North Knox bounce all the way back to the 45. 12 seconds left to go in the half. They're going to waste it down if they do.
Yeah, there.
10 seconds left to go in the half, and the Warriors will have the ball.
Well, they've got the chance at about the 44-yard line.
Okay, so they're going to mark it down, as you mentioned, at the 44. So the Warriors have that. 10.4 seconds left to go in the half. They trail at 6-0.
They could hypothetically have 2 plays here, but it would be tough to get 2 off.
Well, that's true, but they do have a timeout. So that is the one thing, and I wonder if the coach can call timeout. They technically could do 2. We'll find out.
Well, it depends on how far this play goes.
Hamilton
they're
set
in
up
a tight formation, so looks like a run.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to run it outside. Richter Colton gets hit and brought down by E. Smith. Actually, he got hit also by E. Smith right at the 45, but that'll be the half. So the score. Vincennes Lincoln 6, North Knox nothing. We will be back with the First Vincennes Savings Bank halftime report. We'll do that in 2 minutes. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football right here on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Farming isn't easy. If it were, everybody would be doing it. Irrigating your fields, however, can be easy with a call to Ileana Irrigation, your local Reinke dealer. With innovative products like the Reinke Touch Screen Control Panel and Navigator GPS systems, the irrigation professionals at Ileana Irrigation are ready to provide you with a dependable, easy-to-use Reinke system that will add yield and profit to your operation. Farming isn't easy, but partnering with Ileana Irrigation and Reinke is an easy choice to make. Reinke, more right than rain at Ileana Irrigation, your local irrigation experts. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services in Bicknell is the hometown healthcare team you can always count on. As a local family-owned and operated healthcare facility, Guardian Angel takes great pride in serving you, your family, and friends. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services supports local organizations and events, businesses, schools, and youth sports. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services, where your care is their business. Have a great season, North Knox Warriors.
Hey, it's John Yoakum here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This month, we want you to be able to drive home in the newer pre-owned vehicle that you have been looking at. Good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we have you covered with the best finance department in the area. We strive for 100% approval with little or no money down to get you in a reliable vehicle for a payment that you can afford. Don't go anywhere else. Come see us today and put us to the test. That's Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram just off Hart Street next to Kohl's and Vincennes.
Times will continue to change, and life's pace may even increase. But Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home and Wampler Shaw Chapel continues to serve the community since 1830 with 2 locations. Both funeral homes are locally owned with services to meet the needs of families of all faiths in a caring, traditional way. Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home at 6th and Vigo Street in Vincennes and Wampler Shaw Chapel, 118 Washington in Bicknell, proud to support our area youth sports programs.
And back once again here at North Knox High School. Vincennes Lincoln leading a bizarre football game right now. 6-0 here at halftime. Time now for The first, actually, for the guard, it's actually, let's see, find if I can find my script.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it would be a good idea. First Vincennes Savings Bank halftime report presented by First Vincennes Savings Bank. Now more convenient for you. First Vincennes Savings Bank with 2 locations on 6th Street and on Kimmel Road in Vincennes. Not a whole lot of scoring to tell you about. Both teams basically have been sending themselves backwards with penalties. And in fact, North Knox lost a touchdown on one. The one big drive, that was Vincennes Lincoln, who went on a 65-yard drive from the 35 to the end zone. Julius Hardiman ended a very workmanlike drive with a 3-yard run to make it 6-0. Ed North Knox actually thought they had at least a tying touchdown. Holtman Dodge made a great catch in the end zone, but it got called back by what else? A holding call.
Yeah, holding call, and then on top of that, you had the unsportsmanlike conduct call against North Knox, which just totally put North Knox out of any chance of scoring.
We've seen 2 of those on North Knox in the first quarter. One on Reese Hamilton in a case where I think they tangled up bodies, and he may have said something that the referee took as being unsportsmanlike. So, but anyway, that didn't hurt. That didn't help North Knox. They've had 2 of those in the game.
No.
North Knox 7 first downs. Vincennes Lincoln with 8. Both teams with 1 trip. Actually, Vincennes Lincoln actually with 2 trips to the red zone. They are 1 of 2. North Knox has not been inside the Lincoln 20 yet. Turnovers right now, Vincennes Lincoln with 1 interception. North Knox with 1 fumble. So again, it was 1 for each team as Vincennes Lincoln threw an interception after Holtman Oates fumbled. North Knox's Reese Hamilton made the pick in the red zone, and North Knox is able to get out of trouble there. Penalties, though, have been the big problem. 10 penalties, 85 yards for the Warriors. Vincennes Lincoln, 7 penalties right now for 45 yards. And about the team stats in half number 1.
Okay, Tom. E. Smith carried the ball once for 2 yards. Raekwon Highslip he was the leading rusher for Lincoln in the first half. He carried it 10 times for 53 yards. Brody Ruggles carried once for 6 yards. Julius Hardiman carried it 4 times for 24 yards. Eric Vickers carried it once for -7 yards. So Vincennes Lincoln had 78 yards rushing in the first half. Passing, Eric Vickers passed the ball 14 times. He was able to complete 4 of those for a total of 34 yards. We had 1 pass from E. Smith that was incomplete. So at 15 attempts, 4 completions for Lincoln for 34 yards passing. So they had 112 yards rushing and passing in the first half. North Knox has been the rule quite often. Cole Richter, the leading rusher, he had 13 carries for 54 yards. Holtman Dodge had 4 carries for 16 yards. Reese Hamilton carried it twice for -11. So North Knox in the first half had 59 yards rushing. Passing, Reese Hamilton, he was able to complete 3 of 5 passes, Tom, for 29 yards. Holtman Dodge threw it once, halfback pass did not complete that. And so North Knox had 29 yards passing, 59 yards rushing for 88 yards rushing and passing for the first half versus 112 for Lincoln.
And his featured receiver in that first half was Zach Boyles, who made a couple of good catches.
Yeah.
And it's good to see him get into the passing game as well.
Well, they came out in that late in the second quarter and really started opening things up a little bit and moving the ball with the pass more effectively than they were able to move it with a run. And I think that's part of the reason for that is Lincoln was putting, 8 people almost between the tackles.
Yeah.
And they were stopping that inside run. And when North Knox did go to that short pass to the outside, it was open 2 or 3 times.
So the North Knox Warriors trail it here at halftime by a 6-0 score to the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. And we'll get to this in just a second with their halftime adjustments. But I want to ask you, what do you think the mood of Josh Chambers is right now for his team in the locker room?
I would say disappointed more than anything else. I think he felt like his team was more disciplined and would execute better than they did. Now, I think he's upset because there were times where some tackles were maybe missed that should have been made and things like that. But I don't think overall, I just think having 11 seniors, you would be a little bit disappointed in the performance, particularly in the first quarter.
So right now, 6-0 to score. Vincennes Lincoln on a sustained drive scores. North Knox has a touchdown called back due to a penalty. And pretty much, Ed Elliott, that's been the story of this game.
Yeah, it's North Knox had the game. It looked like they were doing a nice job of moving the ball. Then all of a sudden they started in a rash of penalties, and those penalties just kind of took them out of the game, Tom. And then Lincoln was able to get the ball, mix the pass and the run up, and got some nice runs from Raekwon Highslip, and North Knox just couldn't have an answer for that outside run.
Well, once again, the North Knox Warriors trail it right now by a 6-0 score. They will have the ball beginning the third period. And one thing, Ed, about this game, especially in the first quarter, North Knox really did a good job of moving the football. And now you would think that probably is going to be the thing that the coaching staff is going to say. That is, how can we get back to where we were in the first quarter?
Well, I think what all they've got to do is come back out and execute the game plan. It was effective. Now, the start with Lincoln came out and their defense was much more spread, and they were not totally conscious with the run. But once North Knox consistently went with the run, then they started tightening up their defense. They started hitting the gaps with the linemen, and they were able to just take advantage of North Knox from that point on. And I think North Knox knows what they've got to do. And again, I go back to 11 seniors. They've played a lot, Tom. They know what they need to do. They just have to go out and execute it and have mental discipline and not let the things that may go on get to them and cause them to make some plays that hurt the team.
So the North Knox Warriors trail at 6-0 here at halftime. We'll be back with Dr. Stephen Williams' halftime adjustments and another scoreboard update presented by Yoakum Chrysler Dodge in Vincennes. We're back in 90 seconds. Back in 90 seconds. You're listening to North Knox Warrior football right here on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Post frame buildings continue to pop up all over the area. And at Graver Post Buildings, they've been putting up buildings for over 40 years. Garages, pole barns, storage buildings, workshops, apartments, even indoor basketball courts, and some of the most attractive commercial buildings in the state. Every job is specific and unique to your wants and your needs. Graver Post also has packages for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. So for your next building or roofing project, call for a free quote at Graver Post, 800-264-5013.
Have a shoulder or knee bothering you? Hurting when you exercise or participate in sports? Painful when you're on the job or working around the house? Many shoulder and knee problems are treated with simple rehab. But when surgery is necessary, Dr. Terry Fenwick provides the latest outpatient arthroscopic techniques to reduce pain and recovery time so you can return to your work and activities faster. Don't let shoulder or knee pain get you down any longer. See Dr. Fenwick, a leader in sports medicine. Get answers, get results, get Quest Orthopedics on Willow Street in Vincennes.
Farming is a tough business that requires tough equipment. That goes for your irrigation system as well, which is why an irrigation system from Ileana Irrigation, your local Rainke dealer, is built to be durable and reliable. High-strength steel, superior engineering, and an industry-leading 10-year warranty on gearboxes. That is what a Rainke irrigation system is made of. Give the irrigation professionals at Ileana Irrigation a call today to find out just how tough they really are. Rainke, more right than rain. And Ileana Irrigation, your local irrigation experts.
All right. Thank you for joining us right here as the North Knox Warriors right now trail at 6-0 at the end of one half of play. About 7 minutes left to go until we get into the third period. Time now for the Dr. Stephen Williams halftime adjustments. And Ed, I got to tell you, what do you think North Knox needs to adjust going into period 3?
I think a couple of things. I think with the way Lincoln was taking the angles and shooting the gaps at the line of scrimmage, I think North Knox some straight dive plays without a lot of backfield action can be successful against Lincoln. And then Secondly, I think it would be good if North Knox can just mix up periodically a pass play here or there just to keep the defense honest of Lincoln.
And a reminder, if you need your smile adjusted, Dr. Stephen Williams is back at accepting new patients. Call Dr. Williams today at 812-735-2020. Time now for a scoreboard update. It's presented by Yoakum Chrysler Dodge. A reminder, score big with your next car purchase at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge in Vincennes. All the games underway right now. Some of the scores to tell you about. Central right now leads Harrison 13-0. Other scores, by the way, to tell you about. Forest Park and North Posey scoreless. South Spencer right now all over Pike Central 41-6. Southridge 21, Tell City 7. Tecumseh tonight playing Southside Homeschool. Tecumseh 1-4. They lead 13-0 right now. And it's Central 13, Harrison 0. Mater Dei and Castle scoreless. Memorial 3, Wrights 0. And Bosse over North right now 6-0. The Addicts Washington game scoreless in the first quarter. Boonville and Mount Vernon tied at 7. Jasper 21, Princeton 0. Heritage Hills in that big game we talked about earlier up 7-0 over Gibson Southern. Perry Central leads Eastern Green right now also 7-0.
Well, the one that really stood out to me, Tom, was the Castle game. When you think about Mater Dei playing Castle and they've the score's even 0-0, that tells you how strong Mater Dei is.
Got some updates, by the way. North Posey leading Forest Park now 14-8. Those are two possible sectional opponents for the North Knox Warriors. South Spencer 35, Pike Central 6. Some other updates, Central 13, Harrison 0 now. And you mentioned still scoreless, Mater Dei and Castle. Memorial now added another field goal. They lead 6-0 over Wrights. North 7, Bosse 6. Woodville Mount Vernon tied at 7. Jasper 21, Princeton 0. And Heritage Hills added a touchdown. They lead Gibson Southern in the jungle right now 14-0.
Tom, another factor that we've seen play out in ball games that North Knox has been in this year, their conditioning and their ability to sustain a high level of effort through the entire ball game. And I think this is one night that could be as big a factor as anything they might adjust to.
Yeah, I really agree. When you think about the fact that when they played Sullivan, remember they did not play well in the beginning of the game. They did not really have a great opening, but then in the third period, Ed, those plays that had been running into brick walls started to make inroads.
Yeah.
Now, I think for North Knox, the big thing here is going to be the third period. They get the opening kick. Let's see what they can do. If they can stay away from penalties and get back to their first quarter form, like I say, we'll have to see if they don't start marching it down the field. Because right now, you take a look at the stats and you take a look at the game, and both right now are dead even.
Yeah, well, I think Lincoln has to feel like they're in really a great position here because they have basically stymied really an outstanding offense. And they're going to come out here with a lot of confidence. And like you said, if North Knox can come out here and exert their dominance in the third quarter without penalty, then it could turn this game around.
The offense has to impose its will. I mean, that's just simple right down to it. They have to impose, the offense has to impose its will, and they have to be able to get good play out of the cornerstones of their offense. That goes down to Trevor Carre. That goes down to, kids like Ethan Haig. That goes to, the rest of the kids. And then on the defense, the real leader of that defense, Dylan Wolf, and the Nolans. I mean, they have to be able to, again, impose their will like they did at the beginning of the game.
Well, Lincoln was very effective at being able to break down the outside through their blocking. And it gave the runners some open lanes. Now, they were very good. I don't think Northern Knox has seen it very often, a few times, but not very often, where Lincoln would pitch that ball as much as 5 yards to the runner, getting that head start to the outside. And North Knox just couldn't get out there and stop them, and they were able to turn the corner several times for big gains.
Again, the key thing here, Vincennes Lincoln able to cap off a big 65-yard drive, and probably, I think, a double-digit plays in that drive, and were able to get the touchdown. North Knox had a big play touchdown of their own called back due to a hold.
Yeah, It's a situation that touchdown that was called back with the hold was really the biggest play of the first half.
So right now you've got 2 minutes, actually 3 minutes back on the clock now, about 90 seconds left to go before the third period of play.
Yeah.
And again, I really think that North Knox's drive this time is vital. If they don't score, they have to be able to get some first downs to put some doubt in Lincoln's mind. This is where the chess match part of coaching comes in, and Ed, being a former coach yourself, you know this. This is where the chess match comes in. What adjustments do you make, and what adjustments do you expect the other side to make?
Yeah, no, I think that's right. Now, if I'm Lincoln, I'm not adjusting anything. I mean, they've got the lead, and they have shown that they've frustrated North Knox. They've caused North Knox to get some of that, the unsportsmanlike penalties, and those are things that just put confidence in the opponent.
So again, the North Knox Warriors will come back. They'll get the football to start period 3.
Yeah. Now the officials, another factor here too. You see, they go in, they talk about what went on and what's happening, and they had to launder their penalty flags because they had grass stains all over them.
I'll tell you what, it looked like it was kind of yellow and green out there.
Yeah, it was a situation. It's maybe the most penalties we've seen in a ball game. I didn't see the first game.
Well, the first half anyway. Yeah, in the first half. Yeah, there was a lot of penalties in the game one too, but I mean, for the first half, this really was a lot. So the Warriors will come back out onto the field. They will get the kickoff here in period 3.
And I tell you, you've got to be prepared here, Tom.
Yeah.
For an onside kick. I mean, if you look at Lincoln, they could. The one thing that would give them control of this game immediately would be if there was a turnover or something right here on the opening kickoff in the second half.
The team that scores first, I think, in this game gets a major advantage.
You're talking about in the second half?
Yeah, the second half. The team that scores first in the second half, I think, really will take a major advantage in this game, with as close to the vest as it's being played. North Knox really was able to get off on a good foot, but again, they were taking 2 steps forward and then with penalties taking 2 back.
Well, they can correct that pretty easily. I just hope it was something fairly clear.
Yeah.
That they could understand what they were doing wrong, and it wasn't just something that was a quirk by this, the officiating crew and an interpretation or something.
So now the Warriors will get ready for the kickoff, and we'll see what they do. So the quick kickoff going to come up from Adolfo Uvaldo. And they are going to kick it long.
Yeah.
They do kick it long. It'll be taken about the 10-yard line. Fumble now 15-20. 25-30 right down the right sideline, left sideline. Make that all the way up to the 35. So a good run back.
Nice run back.
Matt Urbane.
North Knox has good field position.
Got it at the 37. 1st and 10. Good run back on Matt Urbane.
Yeah, 25-yard run back, Tom.
So they got the ball at the 37. They'll have it there 1st and 10. Urbane bobbled it for a second, but then was able to pick it up and get ahead of steam. So the Warriors have it 1st and 10. Third period of play. Lincoln leading at 6-0. Ball to 37. So Reese Hamelman at quarterback. Again, a very tight formation. Here's Reese. And up the middle, Richter. Cole gets away from one man. He will go forward, pass to the 42. And he got stopped right there, but he got a lot of yards after contact. He picked up 7.
Yeah, it looks like he's a little bit hobbled there, too.
Maybe 6. It looked like he was trying to stop him going through the line, but they couldn't. 2nd down and 4. Got 6.
I think North Knox, if they can go straight ahead with it, but Lincoln, like I say, they're shooting the gaps just.
And off outside, it's going to be Richter again. This time he's going to get hit and brought down right near the line of scrimmage. Lincoln able to shoot through that time and stopped him. He may have lost a yard. We'll see.
I think it's even.
So they will put him down with no gain. 3rd down. 3rd down and 4. So 3rd down and 4. 11:02 left to go in the third period. Vincennes Lincoln leading at 6-0. So let's see what Reese Hamelman does here. They will spread it out again. Wide receivers out. 2 of them to the right, 1 to the left. One back Richter. 3rd down and 4. Pitch is outside. It's caught right down the middle. Holman Dodes. He's got the first down into Lincoln territory at the 48. Nice little slant out pattern that time, Ed, for the North Knox Warriors. Their 8th first down.
9 yards.
So both teams have 8 first downs in Lincoln territory at the 48. Nice quick slant pass to Holman Dodes. So there is an injury on the field. And we'll see who it is. It's for Vincennes Lincoln, and it will be Jed Barnett. So Jed Barnett, 5'5", 248, and a sophomore, goes down. Warriors will have it 1st and 10 at the Lincoln 48. So nice third down conversion.
North Knox has the size, Tom, to where they just keep pounding you and pounding you and pounding you until they find a breaking point.
North Knox has done, I don't know if they've done it, they have with that Dodes play, a great job of stretching the field vertically at times, and now they're starting to stretch it horizontally with that little slant pattern.
Well, that's, as I say, it'll cause the defense to spread out a little bit more and maybe give you some better angles. Doesn't look like he's going to be in there playing after.
Yeah, he's hobbling right now.
He's not putting any weight at all on his right leg.
Yep, absolutely. They brought in another player to help him, one of the coaches, and now another one comes out. So he's a big kid.
Yeah, they need some big players to help him out.
5'5", 248.
Yeah.
And so
that's kind of like you were at one time.
I don't know. I was a piece of wire when I was in high school.
Yeah. Well, you're a bigger piece of wire now.
Yeah, barbed wire now.
Yeah.
1st down and 10 to football to 48. Hey, Don, have you heard that? No. Okay. Anyway. 1st down and 10. Don actually is the executive producer for Vincennes Lincoln tonight, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And she's over in the other studio working with Dave Young. So.
Yeah, Andrew Bateman is
our
number
tonight.
One man.
Absolutely. And it was good to have him here. 1st and 10 Warriors at the 48. Here's Reese. Reese Hamelman. Hands off up the middle. Richter got some yardage. He's going to go up the middle and get hit and down at the 40.
Yeah.
Got 8 on that one. 2nd down. That was that play, Ed, where they stretched it vertically, vertically, horizontally, make that.
Yeah.
Horizontally out to the side, and that gave Richter a lot of room to roam.
Yeah, just, the straight dive plays, Tom, takes advantage of when your line isn't holding their position defensively. If they're trying to get into the gaps and get the angles, then that's exactly the best way to prevent them from being able to do that consistently.
At the Lincoln 40, 2nd and 2, Reese Hamelman. This time spread formation. Hamelman hands it off up the middle. Richter, not that time. He's going to get hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage, 3rd down.
Well, this is,
They had got about maybe 6 inches, and that's it. 3rd down. Got it right over the 40 and no further than that. 3rd down and short 2. 9:23 left, 3rd period. Still 6-0 Lincoln. So they're looking for the play on 3rd down and 2. Warriors able to convert last time on 3rd down. At the 40. Here's Reese Hamelman. Wide receivers out again. 2 of them left. Reese. Back to throw. Throws it inside. 1st down and more. Holman Dodes down to the 29. That was that same slant play, Ed. This time they went left, and Holman Dodes, same result, 1st down.
Well, that was a timing play, Tom. That was a great play.
Right, Reese Hamelman's put it right on the button
right,
that time.
He did.
Put it right on the money, and he got it down to the 30-yard line. Nice catch by Holman Dodes on the dead run, too. 1st and 10 Warriors at the 30. Reese Hamelman about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage this time again. Wide receivers split out left and right. Here's Reese. Hamelman going to throw it outside again. That time it's going to be Zach Boyles. 25-yard line down to the 21.
Yeah, about another 8-yard gain.
So North Knox dinking and dunking with the pass play to the outside. And then that's going to set up Cole Richter, you would think, inside. 2 yards to go on that one, 2nd and 2. And the Warriors just outside knocking on the door of the red zone for the first time.
Well, they're really mixing things up. Lincoln is a little bit off balance right now. They're not sure what North Knox is going to do.
2nd down and 2. The football to 21. Here's Reese Hamelman. Going to hand up the middle. Richter Cole got some yardage. He gets hit and brought down right at the 19. He got the first down, I think.
It's close, Tom.
It's going to be very close. We'll see where they put it down. And it's going maybe a measurement here. First down. They didn't give one. He got the first down. 10th first down for the Warriors. He needed 2. That's exactly what he got. 7:51 left to go. Warriors in the red zone for the first time.
Well, I tell you, Tom, I just see a potential here for a good, play fake and a pass.
We'll have to see here. Reese Hamelman, 1st and 10 at the 19. Back to throw. He's going to do just that. He's going to throw it toward the end zone, and he's not going to be getting it. He tried to separate, and it's incomplete. That time they were trying to get the ball, it looked like, to Zach Boyles, who's a little bit limping coming back. Boyles did a good job, Ed, of separating from his man. He just ran out of territory there on the right end zone line. 2nd and 10 Warriors. They got it up at the 18-yard line. So at the 18, Warriors will have it 2nd down.
Well, they need to give a good play fake, though, Tom, really to go up into the line of scrimmage when they fake it.
2nd down. They're going to throw it outside now. A little pass that's incomplete. Tried to get hold of Mendoza that time. He looked like he pump faked, and then he tried to get Doge, and it just threw the play off. 3rd down. Warriors at the 18-yard line, 3rd down.
This is a big play here.
Yeah, I think so, too. 3rd down and 8, Warriors.
I think they do have 2 downs here, though.
Yeah. I think they do. Like I said, they don't have to get it all at once.
Well, this was taking a long time, Tom. So you would almost think it's a pass play, but I'm not sure.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
And it will be Reese Hamelman about 3 yards with Cole Richter behind him, about another 3. Reese rolls out left, throws it downfield. It's tipped and it's almost intercepted. It's right off the helmet of the defender that time, just Jabin Balzell. He was looking for Blake Long. Long had that early injury, Ed, but he's been playing since. It'll be 4th down at the 18-yard line. So the Warriors with a 4th down and 10. They got to get the ball from the 19 down to about the 9. So what do you do here, Ed?
Well, I think you're going to have to pass. Now, how far you go with it and whether you do that little flanker screen that they've used a couple of times.
They went short the last 2 times. Let's see what they do here. 4th down. The ball to 19. Reese going to roll. Looks, fires it downfield. Caught by Zach Boyles, and he's going to get hit and brought down short. Got it down to the 11-yard line, but Vincennes Lincoln did a great job of keeping it short, but the ball down to the 11-yard line. Zach Boyles had a chance that time, Ed, but really nice play, and right on the end of that play is E. Smith.
Yeah, Lincoln had good coverage that time, and once he caught it, but it was a well executed play. Lincoln did a good job defense.
Yeah, E. Smith, who's probably their best defensive player, right there on that one. 1st down, Lincoln. They'll have the ball at their own. Let's see, they put it down at the 12, maybe the 13. So he got about 4 yards short. So at the 13, here's Vickers. Eric Vickers this time with the I formation, and they're going to set people up. E. Smith going to come on a tight end this time on the right. Here's Vickers. Hands it off up the middle. Hazlip. Raekwon gets through. Flag down, though, at the 13-yard line. He'll go down near the first down marker. But there's a flag at the line of scrimmage.
Illegal procedure.
Will be illegal procedure against Vincennes Lincoln. So that marks it back 5.
And that's
8 penalties, 50 yards now for Lincoln.
Yeah, they're catching up.
But Hazlip, they got some pretty good yardage that time through North Knox. So it looks like maybe Warriors getting ground down a little bit. But that penalty gave him a little bit of a reprieve now. It'll be 1st and 15.
Well, that gave him a count early to get there. So really.
Ball back to the 8-yard line.
Yeah.
So from the 13 back to the 8.
They've tried this pass a couple of times out here in the deep on this side.
Vickers in the eye, going to hand it off Hazlip. He gets outside. He's going to get around one man. He gets to the original line of scrimmage and down to the 19. Got 11 yards on that one. It'll be second down. So got past the original line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and about 5. So give him 10 on that one. Ball sitting up at the 19-yard line. 11-yard gain. Actually make it second and 4. So Eric Vickers. Second down and 4. Football still back about the 20-yard line. Vickers hands it off outside. Now it's going to go to the back on that side. He'll get Hardiman. He'll get near the first down, maybe just short. It'll be third down. Julius Hardiman took that ball off of the right side. He got about 2. It'll be third down and about 2 from there. So another big play for the Warriors here. And so they will move the chains. They'll actually know it's going to be third and 1. Got 3 on that one. Third down and 1. Got the ball outside. Look at, as you mentioned, Ed, doing a good job of going to the outside on the Warriors so far. Third down and 1. Vickers under center. I formation. Hands it off outside. Hardiman. He gets hit and brought down, but he got the first down. He paid for it, but he got it. He got the football up to the 24, so it'll be a first down. That is the 9th for the Lincoln Allisons. So Lincoln got the first down. So the ball is at 24.
And North Knox has just got to stop them, Tom. That's all you can say.
So Vickers standing back about 7 yards back. Looks like Hayslip this time back there with him. First and 10. Back to throw. Looks, fires it outside. It's going to be caught at the 25-yard line. Still inside to the 30, and he'll go down there after about a 5-yard gain. And that pass play completed. That was a short pass to Simon York. One of the first times we've seen him catch the ball all game.
Yeah, about a 6-yard pass.
It'll be second and 4. They got the ball to the 30-yard line, so. So right at just over the 30, in fact. So second down and 4. Second down and a short 4 for the Lincoln Allisons, leading it 6-0. Here's Vickers. Pitches it outside. It's going to go. Not that time. Now they're going to turn back. They're still going to try to get in. And he gets forward, and he gets positive yardage to the 35-yard line. They had him in a flag down. Flag is down, and it may be a hold that time on Vincennes Lincoln. Somebody over here, one of the coaches, was saying that somebody was just basically bringing somebody down. So let's see if it's a takedown on Lincoln. It may cost him yardage. Flag down at the 31. We'll see what this is all about. So we'll see what the referee says here.
Face mask.
North Knox a face mask.
Man.
So they got the first down, and they're going to mark it off from there. 32-yard line. And this will be a big one. 15 yards. So 100 yards in penalties on 11 calls against the Warriors, and the ball at the Lincoln 47.
And a bunch of those have been big yardage penalties, too.
Yep, I know. 3 wide receivers outright, still the I formation. 1 wide receiver left. Down the shotgun. It's going to be E. Smith pitching it outside, and he's going to get hit and brought down after about a 2-yard gain. Nice play that time by Troy Nolan. As Hayslip gets the ball on time from E. Smith, kind of a modified Wildcat, got 1 yard. Second down and 9. It's kind of funny. They called it face mask back behind the plate. 4:42 left to go in the third quarter. Usually you see it at the end of the play. That time they called it back.
They may have said that slowed him down.
Vickers now spread formation. Wide receivers again. 2 left, 2 right. Back to throw. Fires a little pass outside. A little swing pass. Ruggles trying to get past Urbane. Does. He's going to get hit. It's spun away. First down the sideline. He's going to go out of bounds. 3
missed tackles, Tom. Right at the line of scrimmage.
He got to first down and more into North Knox territory at the 40. So 10 first downs. And boy, I tell you what, Matt Urbane had it dead to rights and just couldn't get it. Ball to 40-yard line. That is the 10th first down now for Lincoln. North Knox also with 10. Wide receivers, 2 of them left, 2 right for Eric Vickers. 1 back beside him. That's Hazlett. Man in motion coming across right, and it's going to be a handoff to Hazlett up the middle. He's going to get hit, and he's going to get away from one man. He's going to get away. Got about 5 on that one. So at the 36-yard line, 4:06 left to go in the third period. Was there another flag down? There was a flag at the 39.
If it is, it's going to be against North Knox, you know.
It's been pretty much all
I
evening.
know, that's the way it's been.
They're walking it off. It's a chop block against Lincoln. So they got an illegal chop block. That's going to move them back.
Well, they haven't had very many long penalties like this.
That's a 15-yarder, too. That's a personal foul 15-yarder. That is 9 penalties for 65 yards against the Allisons. And the ball goes all the way back to the 44 of Vincennes Lincoln. 3:55 left to go. Still a 6-0 game. So let's see what happens here. First down and 25 for the Allisons. Spread formation. Wide receivers again. 2 left, 2 right. Here's Vickers. Back to throw. He looks. He's going to get pressured. Hit him, brought down. Matt Urbane got him all the way back to the 36.
Well, let's make sure it's not a flag, Tom.
Nope, no flags that time. It'll be second down and a long, long way down. But Matt Urbane came right up the middle and from the middle linebacker position and just put a real hit that time on the quarterback, Eric Vickers. 3:10 left to go in the third period. Still 6-0 Lincoln.
Well, that's the kind of pressure if Lincoln, has the pressure. They're not as good in throwing the ball. They've had problems several times that way.
Lost about 7. I think it's second down and 32 now. Here's Vickers.
Oh,
and
man.
Movement early.
Yeah.
Warriors will give them 5 back. So it looks like the Warriors going to give them 5 back. And they will make the march in the other direction. So 12 penalties, 105 yards against North Knox with 2:50 left to go in the third period. It'll be second down now and back to about 30. Still a long, long way to go for the Allisons on second down. Here's Vickers at the 42 of Lincoln. Back to throw Vickers. Looks. Going to get hit that time. He'll throw it downfield. That ball is going to be caught down the middle of the field. They're going to go for a touchdown.
Look at him hold it.
Brody
That's got to
Ruggles.
be unsportsmanlike, doesn't it?
Ruggles takes it all the way to the end zone. That's a big touchdown for the Allisons.
56 yards.
2:39 left to go in the third period. And the Lincoln Allisons get on the board on a second down and 30. They're able to hit Brody Ruggles with a 56-yard pass play. And, Ed, that looked like it may have been a blown coverage. It had to be.
Well, it was just a good throw. He stepped up and just couldn't get the pressure on him, and he was able to put the mustard behind it.
And looks like you're going to send somebody off the field. Looks like Hardiman going to go out. So the extra point coming up now, and it will be Adolfo Ubaldo. Now they'll bring in another player for the line. So Ubaldo going to try the extra point. 12-0 Lincoln. The snap is up. The kick is blocked. He hit it really low. Hit it right into North Knox's line, so the kick is no good. 12-0 to score. Vincennes Lincoln leads it over North Knox. 2:39 left to go in the third period. Back in 30 seconds. This is North Knox Warrior football on 105.7 The Ride, WUZR Bicknell, Vincennes, and WUZR.com.
Hey, it's John Yoakum here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to let you know that this month we have teamed up with Helping His Hands to do a canned food drive. We are offering a conventional oil change plus a free 24-point inspection for just $24.95 when you bring in 5 canned food items or more. We haven't left out you diesel or synthetic oil change vehicles. Bring them in with your canned foods and receive $15 off your oil change. There's no appointment necessary, and help us fill this Ram truck up with canned foods for Helping His Hands. That's Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram just off Hart Street next to Kohl's in Vincennes.
And I said the next player who scores, it would be a big score, and Lincoln was able to get it. They lead 12-0.
Yeah, that was a big one too. That when you make 56 yards in one play.
And Ibaldo's kickoff is going to go to the left side. It'll be picked up at the 15-20, back down the middle of the field, 25, flag down.
Got a penalty against North Knox, I'm sure.
And that play by Matt Urbane, and so flag thrown at the 29. So we'll see what this is. We've seen plenty of flags tonight.
We have. Way too many.
So it'll be marked off from the 25, it looks like. And we'll see what we have. It'll be a
block in the back against
illegal
North
block.
Knox.
Yep, the illegal block on the Warriors. So
illegal block. So
the mark off from the 25, that put North Knox back at the 15. That's another 10-yard mark off.
And this has been the most penalties in a game in a long time, I'd say, for North Knox.
10 penalties, 115 yards. 12-0 Lincoln.
Well, the officials have certainly earned their money tonight.
Well, haven't they, though? So the Warriors come up to the line of scrimmage at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Reese Hamelman. Going to hand it off Richter, going outside. He's got some yardage. He steps forward. He'll go down about the 18. So got 3 on that one. Try to run it outside, and Lincoln was there. Give him a gain of 3, as we mentioned, up to about to the 18, maybe 19. Give him a gain maybe of 4, 2nd and down. Be 2nd and 6. So 2nd down at 6. North Knox with 3 crucial games coming up. This one, Linton next week, and then North Davies in week 8. Both of the first 2 here at the Third Cougar Valley. 2nd down and 7. Back to throw Reese. Hamelman looks to throw it long downfield, and it's incomplete. Overthrown.
He's out of bounds, yeah.
Got overthrown a little bit. He's looking for Holtman Dodds to be 3rd down and 8. 1:53 in the third period of play. Lincoln leading at 12-0.
Well, North Knox needs to score here, definitely here in the next 2-3 minutes to put this game back in reach.
Yep. Right now, though, it's 12-0. And I told you I thought the team that scored first was going to have an edge. And right now that's been Lincoln.
Yeah.
3rd down. 3rd down and 8.
Well, they're playing their pass defense now.
Here's Reese. Hamelman go roll left. He throws it out right. Caught by Richter. Cole down the middle of the field. 1st down and more. 30 to the 40 to the 50. They got an angle. They'll go out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So that time they faked it left, got Richter out. That time to the right, and Eddie got a big gainer.
Yeah, 35 yards, Tom. That was nice.
Nice play the time they got Richter in open field, and boy, he has been great in the open field. The ball to 46. Warriors back in business. 11th first down for North Knox.
Now they've got to get some consistency going here, Tom. Just not one big play and then.
Well, they needed a shot of confidence, and now they got it.
Yeah.
Let's see if they can capitalize on it. 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Reese Hamelman. Richter behind him. Reese hands off Richter up the middle. Got a couple of yards. He's going to go forward, and it hit after the 45 down about to 43. Got about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Actually, give him a gain of 2 instead. 2nd down. He had to work hard on that one. That was on 2nd effort. That was on 2nd effort that time. He just pushed his way forward. 2nd down and 8.
North Knox has, up to this point, been pretty successful at gashing a defense and getting a lot of extra yards. But tonight it seems like the linebackers for Lincoln have been there and prevented that.
Holtman Dodds in motion, coming across right. He's going to go back to throw Reese. He's going to get hit once, throws it downfield, caught Be taken outside by Zach Boyles, 40-yard line to the 35. He got the first down. Nice play by Zach Boyles. He's going to be very close to a first down.
Yeah, I think it's going to be short.
Well, boy, what a play by Zach Boyles. I mean, he really just kept on fighting and fighting. If it is short, it's going to be 3rd and 1.
The guy keeps backing up, going downhill toward
3rd down and 1, Warriors. They got the football down to about the 34-yard line. I tell you what, Zach Boyles has been a big part of this passing game tonight. The ball to 33, actually 34 make that now. Actually 37, to the 36. Man in motion. Here's Reese Hamelman. Going to sneak through. Got the first down and more. He's going to go to the 25. Still on his feet. 20 to the 15. He'll bring him down at the 15-yard line. Reese Hamelman on a straight quarterback draw that time, Ed, and was able to get into the secondary and made some really nice yardage.
Yeah, 17-yard run, Tom. That's the kind of leadership you need in a game like this.
And that's one thing that Reese Hamelman does bring to the table. He is the leader of this offense. 1st and 10 Warriors in the red zone at the 15, trying to get the score on the board. Reese hands it off up the middle. Richter. Cole going to get forward. He goes down to the 10. 5 yards on that one. And Ed, I talk about the confidence level. North Knox is starting to get up a little bit. And that's the end of the 3rd period. Got 12 minutes left to go. North Knox looking to try to cut into a 12-point deficit. They trail 12-0. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Save up to 40% every day on your groceries. Amazing quality, fantastic prices, satisfaction guaranteed, or 100% money back. Fresh meat is cut in-store daily, and special orders on meat are available.
Ground beef is $1.79 a pound. Fresh beef, boneless bottom round roast is $3.99 a pound. And fresh whole chicken fryers are 89 cents a pound. Jimmy Dean premium bacon is only $2.49, and fresh local pumpkins are $2.99 each.
Savings are made easy at your Vincennes Save-A-Lot, where bananas are 39 cents a pound every day.
Looking for a way to protect your assets beyond your lifetime, as well as provide an ongoing source of income for others, such as those with special needs? The First Vincennes Savings Bank Trust Department provides a variety of trust services and can help you tailor the right one for you. Whether you're interested in a living trust or one to be executed in the future, ask one of our staff members for more details today at 812-885-9018. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Final 12 minutes on the board, presented by Guardian Angel. Give Guardian Angel 12 minutes. Let them show you why they're the healthcare angel you're looking for. Quickly, scoreboard update presented by Yoakum Chrysler Dodge, located off Hart Street in Vincennes. Some scores to tell you about quickly. North Posey leading Forest Park 14-11. South Spencer 35, Tell City, or Pike Central 6 make that. Also, Ed mentioned the Monterey Day game. I'll try to get it to you as soon as I do. Castle leading that one 3-0. Warriors have got it down at the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 5. Here's Reese. They got to get in here. Hamelman up the middle. Richter. Cole on the outside. 10, 5, end zone. Touchdown. Warrior touchdown. And the first play of the 4th quarter, the Warriors have cut that lead more than in half. Or actually in half right now.
Well, this just depends on what happens with this extra point. It looks like Richter's having a little bit of issue with his shoulder, Tom, too, coming out.
So Cole Richter gets a 10-yard touchdown run. So we'll see what they do. The Warriors have cut this lead in half. And they're going to try for one. Here's the kick. It is going to be blocked. So neither team have done much on extra points in this game. And the Warriors that time, Holtman Dode's kick goes low. So the Warriors, Ed, have cut this lead in half. They trail it now by a 12-6 score.
Now it's in the defense.
Yeah.
It's in the defense's end of the field. They've got to make the difference here.
Absolutely. I agree with that
completely. And I think this goes back to North Knox being in good condition. Can they?
And with some momentum.
Yeah, can they use that to their advantage here on defense?
By the way, a couple other scores to tell you about Boonville 14-7 over Mount Vernon. Heritage Hills right now 21-0 over Gibson Southern. So that game, a lot of people expect it to be close right now. Heritage Hills is winning big at home. 21-0 over Gibson.
Now needs good coverage here for this special team.
12-6 to score. Warriors have cut the lead in half. Troy Dolan going to kick it away. Nolan right down the middle of the field. It's going to bounce down about the 15-yard line to the 20, to the 30. They got a path outside, 40, and out of bounds. It goes at the 46-yard line. Brody Ruggles make that. Goes out of bounds and runs over one of the North Knox tables.
Yeah, knocks the water off. And
so we'll see how quickly they can get that replenished. Ball is at the 46. You may have heard some North Knox fans right below us. Boy, I tell you what, there's a great crowd of North Knox people, and not a bad Lincoln crowd either.
No, it's a good crowd overall here.
You've seen a pretty good football game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to talk from a spectator standpoint, it's been a good one.
12-6.
47-yard lines where they have it. Lincoln at their own 47. Great field position, 1st and 10. Warriors, though, have to stop them. That was a really nice run back on the right side. High formation behind Vickers. Handoff up the middle. It's going to be, nice run. And still on his feet. That was Raekwon Hayslip, and he has been running great. He got 12 yards on that one and another first down into North Knox territory.
13 yards, Tom.
So 13 yards on that one. So they will put it down at the 40. Vincennes Lincoln trying to come back after North Knox scored a touchdown.
North Knox, they just run it right up the middle, Tom. You got the linebackers have got to step in there and make some plays.
Tell you what, Vincennes Lincoln has looked more like North Knox tonight than North Knox has. 12-6 to score. 11:27 left. Warriors have to stop them here and get the ball back without a score. Here's Vickers. Under center, Vickers hands it off Hayslip. He's going to run outside. He's going to get some blocking. He's going to go forward, 30-yard line. He will not go down. He got another first down to the 29.
Boy, making it pretty easy, aren't they?
12th first down now for Vincennes Lincoln. 11:10 left to go. 12-6 to score. Lincoln leads it. The ball in North Knox territory now down at the 29. So at the 29-yard line, Raekwon Hayslip has just been tearing North Knox up on this last couple of runs.
The offensive line's been doing a good job for Lincoln as well.
Here's Vickers. High formation, Vickers. They set up. He's going to hand it off this time. Hardiman outside. He's going to get hit. That time it brought down. What a play. Bo Nolan got him about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage before Hardiman could turn north and south. They'll be second down and 13.
Well, they've tried to go outside, and they've been successful a lot of times tonight, but that one they were not.
Bo Nolan able to get him from that either defensive end or linebacker position, and he lost about 3 yards.
Would they have a penalty? Yeah, there's a penalty, Tom.
It's a hold on Lincoln.
Yeah.
And they'll decline it. They declined it. So they'll take the play. It'll be a second down, and they lost 4 on that one, 2nd and 14. So instead of taking 10 in the down over, they take the play, which was a loss of 4. 2nd and 14, the ball sitting up now at the 34-yard line. Second down and 14. Lincoln leads at 12-6, 10:27 left. Good game between these two county rivals. I mean, this is what you want to see. Here's the ball, looks outside. No screen pass. It's going to be caught out to the 30-yard line. Back in the middle, Ruggles. Fumble! The football. The Warriors get it. They're going to go down at the 45-yard line. So Ruggles fumbled again. And the Warriors have it down the sideline. They're going to call the play dead.
Oh, man.
They're going to call the play dead. The Warriors get the fumble, though. And they advance it to the 45-yard line. Big fumble recovery by North Knox.
Tom, Quest turnover. And turn over your injury rehabilitation to Dr. Terry Fenwick at Quest Orthopedics. Get answers, get results, get Quest.
Now does North Knox have an answer?
And then they've got a penalty. Now we're going to have unsportsmanlike, I think, against
Lincoln.
Lincoln, I believe.
Yep, they look like they're marking it off against the Alice's.
Well,
we'll see. And this game has had almost everything, you know that?
We're going to see what they're going to say here.
Well, let's see if they don't wave it
He
off.
came out on
the 45.
He came out on the field, so it may just be a penalty, a bench penalty.
Well, they had one already.
Yeah, a warning.
Yeah, they had a warning already, so will the second one be a penalty?
Well, we're going to see what they're going to do here.
They're going to talk it over. North Knox is going to try to help them a little bit. I think they're lobbying. They are going to mark it off. Unsportsmanlike on Lincoln, 15-yarder.
Oh, man. That was a big penalty, too.
10 penalties, 80 yards, and the fumble recovered by the Warriors. Second turnover on the Alice's. It'll be at the 40. Warriors down 6, 12-6, 10:09 left. Fans getting into it from the Warriors, and boy, there's a lot of them. Reese Hamelman. Wide receivers out, 2 left, 1 right. Reese, 1st and 10. Gonna hand it off Richter. Stepped over 1. He'll go down about to 42. So go ahead and step over a player that time that lost his momentum. He did get about 3 yards on that one, maybe 4. Second down. Remember, Caden Fields one time got a penalty for hurdling. Second down and about, actually, give him a gain of 3. Call it second down and short 7. Reese Hamelman. Warriors trying to tie this game at least. Reese Hamelman, second down. Wide receivers 2 out to the left, 1 to the right. Same formation as last time. Here's Reese. Hamelman looks, he's going to pop out, fires it, and it's incomplete.
Threw it over his head.
Looking for Holtman Dodds about 5 yards downfield. Just threw it way too high. Third down. Another flag is down.
That's probably going to be holding.
Another flag down.
I don't know. It looks like it's in an area. It could be pass interference.
We'll find out.
It's going to be offensive pass interference?
Well, we'll find out. They're talking it over.
I thought the preliminary signal was that.
We'll find out. They're going to talk it over.
Oh, man. They have come up with some interesting calls tonight, for sure.
Yeah, Levi Salters, head coach, coming out. We'll find out what it is. They're still talking it over. We'll have the referee's call.
Oh, and eligible receiver downfield.
So they'll call the illegal receiver on the Warriors. That's a 5-yard penalty.
Man. Weird.
14 penalties against the Warriors at 115 yards. They'll be second down at 8.
Is it a full moon?
I don't know.
I mean, you would think it almost has to be the way this is. It's Halloween or something.
Second down and, actually it'll be second down and 13.
Or, yeah, about 12.
Yeah, so
really.
5-yard penalty, second down 12. Yep, thank you. Second down and 12. Here's Reese. Wide receivers, 1 out left, 2 right this time. Reese Hamelman. Second down and 13. He's back to throw. He's going to look. He's going to get away. Now he's going to run the football. He's going to get hit, bounce away. He's going to go back the other way and get hit and brought down back to the 49.
Yeah, lost a bunch.
Lost about 10 yards on that one. Third down. That's really a feast or famine play, Ed. If it works, you look really good, and if it doesn't, you just lose a lot of yards. And he lost a lot that time. Back to the 47. Third down now and a lot. 3rd and 17. So 3rd down and 17. Warriors got to do something here. They've still got 8:44 and counting left to go. Still plenty of time. They're down by 1 score.
Need to get half of this if they can.
Yep. Here's Reese. Hamelman going back to throw. He looks. He fires it downfield. And it is going to be picked off. It's intercepted back at the 20-yard line, coming back to the 25, and hit and brought down at the 25-yard line. And running all the way across the field to make the tackle is Holtman Dodds.
I could not understand. Somewhere there was confusion in the pass route because there wasn't anyone within 10 yards of it, Tom.
Yeah. Looked like he was looking for Dodds that time, and just like you said, it just, again, maybe miscommunication on a pass route. But anyway, Lincoln will have it back after the interception, which is kind of like a punt.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a punt, really, when you look at it.
But you don't want to give it away like that.
First down and 10, Alice
and
is
it's
at
a
the
Quest
25.
turnover, Tom. It's turn over your rehabilitation to Dr. Terry Fenwick at Quest Orthopedics.
So the Warriors now with 2 turnovers. The Alice's with 2. 12-6, Lincoln leads it.
Timeout
Lincoln, and it looks like they were confused big time. So their first timeout.
Well, let me get this right, Tom.
Okay,
that last turnover interception was a Quest turnover. And turn over your injury rehabilitation to Dr. Terry Fenwick at Quest Orthopedics. Get answers, get results, get Quest.
We're back at 30 seconds, 8:25 left. Lincoln leads 12-6. We're back after this 30-second break. This is Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Hey everyone, this is Randy Hamelman of Hamelman Decals. Here at Laid Back Acres, located smack dab in the middle of Warrior Country, we're all Warrior strong. DeKalb and Asgrow seeds, with their proven yield potential and unbeatable disease packages, are great teammates for all your acres. Good luck this year to all our athletes. Hamelman DeKalb is a proud supporter of North Knox High School and Warriors athletics. See you at the game, Warrior fans. It's victory time.
6 to score. Vincennes Lincoln leads at 8:25 left to go in the game. And Ed, right now you're getting to a point where you have to be able to make a play, and we'll see if North Knox can do it here.
Yeah, North Knox has got an opportunity here if they can play some really stiff defense to get possession maybe a couple more times.
They got to stop them here. They can't let themselves go back down 2 scores. Here's the ball to Vickers. Eric Vickers, hands off outside, he got away. But he didn't get away that time from the second player, Troy Nolan. He got away from Ben Burke, but Troy Nolan brought him down. He still lost yardage that time, did Raekwon Hayslip. Lost 2, and it could have been about 5.
Yeah.
8:08 left. Second down, 12.
He is the best running back that North Knox, I think, has faced.
Yeah. Well, I like
At least
Mockabee
that
as
I've
well,
seen.
yeah. Well, I like Mockabee as well, both of them.
Yeah. And I think as far as a hard runner and speed and power.
Second down now and 13. He gave him a loss of 3. Could have been more, but a nice play by North Knox to bring him down. Troy Nolan. Here's second down. Under center. Hands off up the middle. It's going to be Hayslip again. He gets outside. He got away from a couple of players. He got the first down. He's still on his feet. He goes all the way out to the 44.
That's what I was talking about, the power, Tom. He just runs through tackles, and that is extremely uncommon for North Knox.
13th first down for Lincoln. And boy, that was a big one. All the way back to the 44.
Yeah, 21 yards.
Well, he broke about 2 or 3 tackles that time. It looked like he was stopped in the backfield. He was able to get away. 45-yard line, 1st and 10. So at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Vincennes Lincoln Alices, still leading it. 7:30 left to go, 12-6 to score. Here's Vickers. I formation, 1st and 10. He'll pitch it outside. He's going to look to pass. Throws it downfield. And it is caught all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it's a nice play, well designed. And, there's a penalty.
And another one after the play.
Yeah. So that's going to be down to the 20. So that's like a 36-yard pass.
So that was a great play on top of Raekwon Hayslip. He hit Torrance Gillis in the middle of 2 different North Knox defenders. So the ball is down at the 20-yard line. Flag came down right at the end of the play. Boy, that thing went high in the air. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Lincoln.
Yeah, it was. I thought the receiver, number 3, Tom, he's the one that got up, had something untoward to say to the officials, and the official very quickly threw the flag. And
that's 11 penalties, 95 yards. That pushes it all the way back to the 35 and a 1st and 10 right there. 7:16 left to go.
I think there have been a lot of penalties in this game tonight. So you can say.
To the line comes Vickers. Again, the I formation. They've been successful with it. 1st down and 10. Hands off up the middle. Hayslip. That time he's going to get hit, and he's going to get away. Again, not that time. Troy Nolan brings him down. He may give him forward progress to a line of scrimmage, but no more. Second down. They lost about half a yard. Second down. 6:45 and counting. Time starting to become of the essence a little bit here. 35-yard line, no gain. 2nd and 10. Yeah, that time it looked like that Dylan Wolf had a shot at him, and Troy Nolan finished him off. 2nd down. Lincoln taking plenty of time, and why wouldn't you, with a 12-6 lead? At the 35-yard line, 2nd down. Vickers. High formation. Eric Vickers. And a whistle. Now what do we have?
Timeout, Lincoln.
Well, Lincoln wanted a timeout, so actually they're getting ready to make the play, and they're going to take their second timeout. So 6:12 left to go. 12-6 Lincoln leads it. We're back in 30 seconds. This is North Knox Warrior football on 105.7 The Ride, WUZR Bicknell, Vincennes, and WUZR.com.
Have a shoulder or knee bothering you? Hurting when you exercise or participate in sports? Painful when you're on the job or working around the house? Many shoulder and knee problems are treated with simple rehab. But when surgery is necessary, Dr. Terry Fenwick provides the latest outpatient arthroscopic techniques to reduce pain and recovery time so you can return to your work and activities faster. Don't let shoulder or knee pain get you down any longer. See Dr. Fenwick, a leader in sports medicine. Get answers, get results, get Quest Orthopedics on Willow Street in Vincennes.
6:12 remaining, 12-6 to score. And Ed, are you surprised that Lincoln called a timeout that time?
No, I think they were just confused, and I think they realized how important each of these downs.
Yeah, they're trying to make sure everything's perfect.
Yeah.
So it kind of surprised me a little bit. They're trying to run the clock, and they stopped it. So here we go, second down and 10. 6:12 left to go. Still plenty of time, but the Warriors have to make a stop here. Here's Eric Vickers under center. Second down and 10. Hands off up the middle, and that's going to be, no, that is not going to happen that time. And who is at the bottom of that pile? The big bad Wolf. Dylan Wolf made the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Third down coming up. North Posey leads Forest Park 17-11. A couple of other close games going on right now. Castle 3, Modern Day nothing. Memorial 20-0 over Wrights. And Boonville 21, Mount Vernon 19. And Heritage Hill still leading Gibson Southern 21-0. Third down, he lost a yard. 3rd and 11. So some really good games going on around the area. Good game here. Now back to the spread. 3 wide receivers left. Third down. Here's Vickers. Back to throw. Looks, pressured, fires it. It's going to be caught up the middle of the field at the 30 to the 20. And he's going to get away at the 10. He's going to go down at the 15-yard line. So he tried to get to the 10, but he was able to get back in. Right? And Terrence Gillis made that catch. And he had some blockers in front of him. Had 14th first down for Vincennes Lincoln.
Yeah, 21 yards right there.
So Vincennes Lincoln, 12-6 leaders, 5:10 left to go. They'll stop the clock as they move the chains. They got it inside to 15, down to the 14. Third time in the red zone tonight now for Lincoln.
Yeah, Lincoln has some real speedy players too, Tom.
So the ball will sit down at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10, actually 14, 1st and 10 for the Allisons. High formation now. Pitches it outside. It's going to go out now to Hazlett. Raekwon up the middle. He's going to get hit and brought down inside the 5, down to about the 3. Troy Nolan brings him down. And a hold going to be called against Lincoln.
Man.
North
Knox knows how they feel.
That's 12 penalties now in Lincoln at 105 yards. I tell you about a game that had a little bit of everything. That's exactly what this game has had.
Well, like I say, there are 3 teams here. There's Lincoln, North Knox, and the officials.
25-yard line is where it is. It's 1st and 20.
And each of them have had major plays in the game.
Major impact, exactly. Yeah. 26-yard line. You look at what might have been. The Warriors with a touchdown call back on a hold. Couple of big plays by Lincoln.
Well, this is a big play defensively here.
Yeah.
North Knox can just hold them out.
Vickers under center. Pitches outside. Here's Raekwon Hazlett. Not that time, I don't think. He's going to go down at the first down marker. He's able to get back there. Matt Urbane brought him down.
Well, he lost a yard.
And it looked like also Troy Nolan had a beat on him, and he's able to go away from Nolan. So he lost a yard, second down in 21. 4:28 and counting left to go. North Knox still has all 3 of their timeouts. They may have to burn a couple here if they need it. Depending on how the clock goes. 4:18 left to go.
Well, it's what they do on these next 2 downs.
Yep. Second down. for the Warriors. Second down. Boy, this is really reminiscent of Sullivan in a little bit. Second down. At least where the ending's coming in. Here's Vickers. Hand off up the middle. Hayslip. He's going to go forward. Got some yardage inside the 20 down to the 19. He almost got back to the original line of scrimmage, but it's still going to be third down. Now a timeout, Warriors, I think.
Timeout on the field.
So the Warriors will take their first timeout.
North Knox.
Yep, North Knox with 3:51 left to go. Going to take the timeout. We're looking at a third and 15. So even though Raekwon Hayslip went up the middle, Ed, he only got 5. But 2 down territory here for the Alices. They got 2 downs to get 15 yards. Time right now, 3:51 left to go, and the score, Lincoln leading at 12-6. Couple of score updates presented by Snyder. Actually, a couple updates presented by Yoakum Chrysler Dodge, located just off Hart Street in Vincennes. And North Posey 17, Forest Park 11, Southridge 41, Hill City 13. Central 25, Harrison 6, Castle still at 3-0 over Mater Dei. And Memorial 20, Wrights nothing. And a couple other scores, Heritage Hill still leading Gibson Southern, last report 21-0. So the timeout coming to an end.
Well, these next 2 plays are going to be the extremely important that North Knox holds them.
We will see what happens. It'll be third down and 15. The football sitting up at the 20-yard line. And they're still in the I formation. Vickers, Raekwon Hayslip in that I. Wide receiver split out each side. Vickers hands it off to Hayslip. He's going to try to get outside. He is. And he'll go down right about the...
He got about
4 yards. So he's back to near the original line of scrimmage. Down to about the 16-yard line. So fourth down from there. 3:35 and counting.
Well, they're going to run it.
Yeah.
One more time.
Dylan Wolf made that tackle. So it's fourth down and 12.
Well, North Knox wants to save 1. So.
Yep. 25-yard line is where it is. The Warriors down 12-6.
They'll be under 3 minutes to go in the game when they snap the ball.
And this game has seen everything but an ending. Let's see if it'll be a happy one. 3:07 left to go. Fourth down and 12. The football is sitting up at we're at the 16-yard line. Vickers back to throw. He looks. He's going to fire it downfield. It is going to be incomplete. The Warriors hold and they stop the clock to move.
Boy, that is one interesting play, Tom. Why would you throw it in that situation and stop the clock, and it gives North Knox the time, almost a timeout.
Torrance Gillis was the intended receiver on the right side. He tried to throw it long downfield. He had a little bit of room, but the ball is overthrown. Warriors will have it. They got it 1st and 10. They'll have the ball at the 15-yard line. They got 85 yards to go to tie, and they got 2:50 to do it. That's simple. Reese Hamelman. Got to take him 85 yards at least in 2:50. Reese. Hands off up the middle, and it's going to be Reese Hamelman outside. He's got some yardage. He's going to go down to the 20 to the 22. Clock's still running. Got a pretty good yardage that time, and the Warriors still with 2 timeouts. Clock continues to run. They got 8 on that one. Second down. Second down now. Reese Hamelman. 2-minute drill for the Warriors. Rolls out. Going to look to throw. He does now. Fires it in. It's incomplete. Over the head of Holden Dodes. It'll be third down. Third down and 2. Kind of a free play that time, Ed. So clock stops at 2:23. Tried a short little dunk pass over the head of Holden Dodes. Just overthrew it a little too much. Wind's blowing that way yet, and it may have affected the ball a bit. Third down. Reese Hamelman. 4 down territory here, even though they're still deep in their territory at the 23. Here's Reese. Hamelman hands it off Richter. Cole going to get hit and brought down. He got the first down, though. He'll be up to about the 26, so first down. The Warriors get that one. That'll be their 13th. 2:18 and counting. Actually, stop the clock to move the chains. 2:18. Here's Reese Hamelman. Hamelman looks, fires it long downfield, and it is going to be incomplete. He overthrew everybody. He tried to go down the middle for Holtman Dodds that time, Ed, and Holtman was really well covered.
Yeah, he was covered. Lincoln has as much speed as anybody we've seen too. They're quick and fast.
Second down and 10. The Warriors got the ball at the 26-yard line. They've still got 74 yards to go in 2:11. See if they can do it. Reese Hamelman, second down and 11. Back to throw. Reese looks, rolls right. He throws it downfield. It's going to be incomplete, I believe. Yes.
Yeah. It's a little too low.
Tried to throw it outside again to Zach Boyles, who's been a really good target for him today.
Well,
third down and 10.
I'll tell you, this next two plays are the ball game.
Yep. 2:06 left to go. 12-6 Warriors trailing. In a game that we mentioned, Ed, it's had a little bit of everything. Really good theater. Reese Hamelman. On a third down and 10. Reese rolls it out left. Looks, he's going to get traced. He's going to get hit, and he's going to get away from one man. He's going to go downfield, and he's going to get hit and route the line of scrimmage. Fourth down coming up. So fourth down coming up. He got back to the line of scrimmage, but now it's a fourth down and 10, and the Warriors going to call timeout.
Yeah, I think they have to.
They have a second timeout now. They burned one of them. 1:55 left to go, and Ed, here's what it sets up. Fourth down and 10. This is the game right here at the 28-yard line for the Warriors. So, Ed, whatever you have to do here, you have to get it 10 yards downfield.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think that's...
That last play that Zach Boyles had on that fourth down, he got the ball about 8 yards downfield. They were able to close on him quickly. Here, I think you got to look for Holtman Dodds. You got to look for Troy Noland, and I think you also got to look for Cole Richter. Well, if you got a play to pull out, this is the time. So I thought to myself this game was going to go down to the wire, and boy, it has done just that.
Yeah, well, if North Knox doesn't make this, Lincoln will be able to adjust down the ball and
run out the clock. Yeah,
run the clock out. So this is the game right here.
So the Warriors will go for it. Here we go. Fourth down. They got to get 10 to keep things going. 1:55 left. So Reese Hamelman, who's been chased all night but only been brought down once. Here's Reese. Fourth down. Back to throw, straight drop. Fires it over the middle, and it is going to be incomplete.
That's it.
That should do it. E. Smith that time was covering the intended receiver. That was Matt Urbane, and the ball was thrown wide. So Lincoln will take it over. Lincoln Alice's will take it over at the North Knox 26. And I hate to say the difference in this game, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. Lincoln was able to make plays when they needed to. North Knox was not.
Yeah, it was just, and we'll see what Lincoln does here. Will they try to score again or?
Well, we'll find out. They're going to hand it off. Running play up the middle. Raekwon Hazlip. He runs right into a bunch of North Knox Warriors. Warriors do have one timeout. Got about two. Yeah, the timeout taken. Warriors going to take their final timeout. So North Knox takes their final timeout. So 12-6 Lincoln leads it. 1:42 left to go. They've got the football at the 25. He gained one, and I expect you're going to see two or three more of the same thing.
Oh, I would think so, Tom. I had no reason.
Now, next week, it doesn't get any easier. The end of the 3-game homestand with Linton coming in, and then A big game for the Southwest Conference title in Week 8 at Cougar Valley as North Knox is going to take on a rejuvenated North Davies.
Yeah, well, this would be I think, a disappointing game, but still, they have nothing to hold their heads about. I mean, they put forth a good effort, worked it all the way to the very end of the game.
So the North Knox Warriors looks like they're going to slip to 4-2. Lincoln will go to 2-4. Still 1:46 left to go. But I tell you, with everything that's happened tonight, if you're going to end a series, Ed, this is the way to do it. Because this game has just been really, really tight. He's going to hand it off up the middle. Haysom gets away from one man. He got away from the second as well, Noland. And he's going to get hit, and he's going to be brought down inbounds inside the 20-yard, actually into the 22. So 1:26 left to go. North Knox out of timeouts. Be third down and about 5. Clock is running. This play will give them about, take it under a minute. This play will take it under a minute. So has this game seen an ending when North Knox threw it wide on 4th down? So under center Vickers. Vickers on 3rd down. Hands it off up the middle. Raekwon, actually this is Hardiman. He's going to get hit and brought down, and he will be near the 1st down. He'll be just short, I think. Zach Boyle's made the tackle. It'll be 4th down, but 31 seconds left to go, and they don't have to make another play.
They won't.
They will not have to make another play, and that'll be it. The final score, Vincennes Lincoln will win this one by the final of 12-6 over the North Knox Warriors. The final 16 seconds will tick down, and the North Knox Warriors will drop to 4-2. Lincoln will go to 2-4. Stay tuned. The Graber postgame show is coming up in 2 minutes. You're listening to North Knox Warrior football right here on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Post frame buildings continue to pop up all over the area. And at Graber Post Buildings, they've been putting up buildings for over 40 years. Garages, pole barns, storage buildings, workshops, apartments, even indoor basketball courts, and some of the most attractive commercial buildings in the state. Every job is specific and unique to your wants and your needs. Graber Post also has packages for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. So for your next building or roofing project, call for a free quote at Graber Post, 800-264-5013.
Farming isn't easy. If it were, everybody would be doing it. Irrigating your fields, however, can be easy with a call to Ileana Irrigation, your local Reinke dealer. With innovative products like the Reinke Touch Screen Control Panel and Navigator GPS systems, the irrigation professionals at Ileana Irrigation are ready to provide you with a dependable, easy-to-use Reinke system that will add yield and profit to your operation. Farming isn't easy, but partnering with Ileana Irrigation and Reinke is an easy choice to make. Reinke, more right than rain at Ileana Irrigation, your local irrigation experts.
Does your staff work on their feet all day? Do their feet hurt all day? Do they have trouble getting to the shoe store to purchase their work shoes? Well, let us come to you. Hi, this is Tracy from Grundman Shoes, 906 North 7th Street, Vincennes, and we have gone mobile. We can now bring our quality, service, and selection to you. Call us today at 1-800-726-4770 for more details on us helping you have happier, healthier employees. Grundman, your footwear specialist since 1929.
A well-known Bicknell dentist is back and ready to serve you. Dr. Stephen K. Williams is accepting new and return patients at his office on State Road 67 in Bicknell. Dr. Williams wants to help you have your best smile. With decades of experience, he will help you just like he's helped me. I'm proud to call Dr. Stephen Williams my dentist and hope you will too. Dr. Stephen Williams back in Bicknell and waiting to serve you. Call 812-735-2020.
Welcome back once again here at Warriors Stadium, and the North Knox Warriors fall tonight to the Vincennes Lincoln Alice's 12-6 the final score. It's time now for the Graber postgame show. It's presented by Graber Post Buildings. Post up and score with your next building from Graber Post Buildings on the Odin-Cannelberg Road. The Vincennes Lincoln Alice's took a lead 6-0 in the second quarter of play as Julius Hardiman ended a 3-yard run, and that ended a 65-yard drive by Vincennes Lincoln. That probably was the most impressive of the game.
Yeah, I think Lincoln, when they marched the ball down the field and scored, then that gave the momentum over to them.
And again, another play that didn't happen, a touchdown pass to Holtman Dodds that was called back on a holding call. Both teams had a lot of penalties tonight. A holding call that ended up negating a North Knox touchdown, and they didn't get anything out of that drive. And then we mentioned at halftime we thought the team that scored first in the second half of play would have the advantage. That was Vincennes Lincoln on a 56-yard pass play, the only real big play of the game from Brody Ruggles, and the extra point was blocked by the line of North Knox. It made it 12-0. And then the Warriors breathed some life early in the fourth quarter. Cole Richter on a 10-yard run again. That was a really nice drive by the Warriors to get them back to within 12-6. The Richter run again, the kick was blocked, and that made it 12-6. And Vincennes Lincoln basically, I think, controlled the fourth quarter. North Knox had a chance, but on a 4th and 10 play, Ed, it worked out to be incomplete, and that is going to be the Hamelman DeKalb play of the game. We don't have audio of it, but we'll go ahead and mention that as the Hamelman DeKalb play of the game. And that was crucial because North Knox had the football, but again, Reese Hamelman a little bit wide of his receiver, and basically after that, Vincennes Lincoln ran out the clock. So once again, that is our Hamelman DeKalb play of the game. Let Randy Hamelman give you the best play for your yields. Get more green for your growing season with Hamelman DeKalb, and that's our Hamelman DeKalb play of the game. So team stats before we get to Ed with the individual statistics. Both teams pretty even as far as stats go team-wise. 13 first downs for the Warriors, 14 for Vincennes Lincoln. Red zone, Vincennes Lincoln only 1 of 3. North Knox was 1 of 2. Turnovers, both teams had 1 fumble and 1 interception. Penalties, a big factor on both sides of things. 14 penalties for the Warriors, 115 yards. 12 penalties, 105 for the Lincoln Alices. Ed Elliott is still ending up his statistics, so we'll go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and we'll come back with the individual stats and also head coach Josh Chambers, and we'll also come back with our Something More Ileana Irrigation star of the game. We'll do that coming up after this 2-minute break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
Hey, it's John Yoakum here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to let you know that this month we have teamed up with Helping His Hands to do a canned food drive. We are offering a conventional oil change plus a free 24-point inspection for just $24.95 when you bring in 5 canned food items or more. We haven't left out you diesel or synthetic oil change vehicles. Bring them in with your canned foods and receive $15 off your oil change. There's no appointment necessary, and help us fill this Ram truck up with canned foods for Helping His Hands. That's Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram just off Hart Street next to Kohl's in Vincennes.
Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services in Bicknell is the hometown healthcare team you can always count on. As a local family-owned and operated healthcare facility, Guardian Angel takes great pride in serving you, your family, and friends. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services supports local organizations and events, businesses, schools, and youth sports. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services, where your care is their business. Have a great season, North Knox Warriors.
Save up to 40% every day on your groceries. Amazing quality, fantastic prices, satisfaction guaranteed, or 100% money back. Fresh meat is cut in-store daily, and special orders on meat are available.
Ground beef is $1.79 a pound. Fresh beef, boneless bottom round roast is $3.99 a pound. And fresh whole chicken fryers are 89 cents a pound. Jimmy Dean premium bacon is only $2.49, and fresh local pumpkins are $2.99 each.
Savings are made easy at your Vincennes Save-A-Lot, where bananas are 39 cents a pound every day.
Hey everyone, this is Randy Hamelman of Hamelman DeKalb. Here at Laid Back Acres, located smack dab in the middle of Warrior Country, we're all Warrior strong. DeKalb and Asgrow seeds, with their proven yield potential and unbeatable disease packages, are great teammates for all your acres. Good luck this year to all our athletes. Hamelman DeKalb is a proud supporter of North Knox High School and Warriors athletics. See you at the game, Warrior fans. It's victory time.
Back once again, we come one final time to North Knox High School along with Ed Elliott. I'm Tom Lee, and Ed, let's go ahead and get the individual statistics in this game.
Yeah, E. Smith, Tom, for Lincoln, I'll give those first.
All right.
He carried the ball twice, and he got 2 yards total, none in the second half. Then we have Raquan Highslip. He carried the ball, it looks like 23 times for 114 yards. He had 61 of those in the second half. Brody Ruggles carried it once in the first half for 6 yards. Julius Hardiman, he carried the ball 8 times for a total of 37 yards. He had 13 of those in the second half. And then Vickers, he ran the ball twice for minus 13 yards, minus 6 of those in the second half. But Eric Vickers really did the job. He was 10 of 21, Tom, for 136 yards. And he was really the difference in the game. They had such a balance when you look at it, run and the pass, that it was tough for North Knox to stop both of them. Then we look at North Knox. Cole Richter, he carried the ball, Tom, 24 times for 97 yards. He had 43 of those in the second half. Holtman Dodds carried the ball 4 times for 16 yards, all in the first half. Then Reese Hamelman carried the ball 6 times for a total of 20 yards. He had ended up with about 20 yards, in the second half. Reese Hamelman passed the ball 19 times, and he was successful in 9 completions for a total of 103 yards, 74 of those in the second half. Of course, Holtman Dodds did pass 1 time, and it was incomplete. Rushing and passing, we look at Vincennes Lincoln. They had 78 rushing in the first half, 68 in the second half for 146. Passing yards, they had 34 in the first half, really came alive in the second half for 136 for a total of 170 for the game. Combined yardage for the ball game, rushing 112 and passing 204 for a grand total rushing and passing of 316. North Knox had 59 yards rushing in the first half, 63 in the second half for 122 yards. Passing, I have them with 29 yards in the first half, 74 in the second half for 103. So for the game, rushing and passing, first half 88 for North Knox, second half 137, a total of 225 rushing and passing yards.
By the way, I wanted to mention North Knox with 1 touchdown. That was $20 for the champions together, courtesy of First Vincennes Savings Bank, a real community bank with 2 locations in Vincennes. Josh Chambers joining us right now. Coach, I want to give it to you first. I mean, this game had a little bit of everything, and probably the biggest thing it had was penalties on both sides.
Boy, if we were aiming to get rid of toes, we wouldn't have many left. So, it's just one of those games. If you'd have told me on Monday that they only scored 12 points, I'd have told you we won. And it's just one of those ball games that they brought a lot of attitude. They played a good game. You got to give it to them. At the end of the day with this ball game, every time we had momentum, we took it away with what we call drive killers. Threw a touchdown pass, had a hold.
Yep.
There might have been a couple of those on the edge that may have been iffy, but at the end of the day, if you don't do it, we have more points on the board. So for us, we need to be better and execute better. You got to hand it to Vincennes. I think they did everything they needed to do tonight to beat us. They came after us at all different levels. We had some things in the passing game open that we missed. We had some nice things in the passing game that we hit. So the big tell of this game is consistency. And you can't fault the kids. Our kids are playing hard. This is one of those games where the max effort. Our kids are out there. They're playing their tails off. They're going after it. They're hitting. We have opportunities, but on the flip side of that, when we have opportunities, we really need to execute. So again, it's a tough pill to swallow here. 12-6 game. That's a good football game. As a spectator, that's a good football game. And, we just need to do a better job of grinding things out, being sure that we're converting first downs. We were behind the sticks a bunch tonight. it seemed like every time I looked up, we were in second down and 15, second down and 20. And that's all penalty based. I think there might have been a few more flags thrown tonight than what I would have liked to have seen, both ways, not just one way, both ways. And, but on the other side of that, kids both ways need to play cleaner football. I think that tonight defensively, this might have been the first night all year that I don't feel like we brought our top tackling game. You know, we didn't tackle spectacularly well tonight, and that's something that we need to fix immediately. But as it comes to my kids and our players, you know, I'm proud of these guys. They work hard. They get after it every day. It's not going to change because of a tough loss, right? So that's just a testament to the kind of men that I have on my team. Love them. They're great. And this is tough. You know, our kids, they're emotionally tied up into this, and that's a great thing. And to lose a tough ball game is always tough. I told him we did the same thing at Sullivan first game of the year. Again, we feel like just slipped through our fingers, you know, it's just like jelly. And tonight was one of those. It just so happened that tonight was county rival Vincennes. And, you know, the good news about our guys is they're going to, you know, they're going to grab their lunch boxes. They're going to get back to work. They're going to go back after it next week and be ready to go. And, again, the effort tonight is there. The execution wasn't always there. And so that's something we need to clean up and be better at.
Lincoln is very fast, and they're also very quick.
Yes, they did a nice job. Anytime we had any running space, it seemed like it closed immediately. You know, their linebackers did a very good job of limiting us to a 5-yard gain only. And that might be the only team that's done that this year. So typically when we get going downhill and our run game gets moving, if we get to that second level, there's a cut there and we make big plays. And we were at the 3 and 4 and 5 yard mark all night long. But it seemed like every time we had a momentum and a break, again, you're behind the chains.
Yeah.
Well, when it's second down and 15, it is a whole lot harder to call a play to convert on second and short that you would have called before. So we were behind the sticks, which changes the play calling, which puts our kids at a disadvantage because then the other side knows, okay, well, it's second, third, and 15. They have to throw the ball here. We're going to peel our ears back and go. So that's just, again, they did a nice job of picking on us when we were behind the sticks. And you got to give them credit for that. They had a good game plan. They executed theirs. I felt like we had a good game plan. I felt like we didn't always execute ours. But that's not detrimental to the kids' effort. Again, I think on both sides of the ball, the kids tonight laid it out on the field. I think the Vincennes kids played very hard. I think our kids played very hard. So, of course it was chippy. We know, these guys all know each other.
Yeah.
So it's a chippy ball game. Hopefully the kids don't take it personally, even though it's an emotional thing. It's something we got to move on from, and we got to get better next week. That's just kind of how it goes.
Well, their backs were against the wall too. I mean, 1 and 4. They've had a disastrous season.
And I told our guys, do not let them come in here because I think that they're coming in here and they're playing like this ball game is a must win. We need to have that mentality too. We can't play the game to not give up stuff or to not lose. We have to play to win. And there were times tonight that I felt like we were behind a little bit mentally. And but that's, again, something that my guys that I love about them, they could have given up. I mean, they had us down here a couple times to where it was 12-6, and then we get a scoop and almost score.
Right.
And we're right back in it, right? I mean, we're right there. So that just tells you that our kids are pushing, they're driving, they're never quitting. And you can't ask much more out of it than that from kids.
You know, I talked earlier. I said I thought this was very Sullivan-like when you mentioned you get the final ball with about 2 minutes left to go, and then you turn it over on downs. I mean, again, this is very, very similar in the end to Sullivan.
Yeah, and you got to give them some credit. I think that we could have executed a little better in a couple things. But whenever we were in a passing situation and they knew we were, they sent 2 extra guys than we could block and just like, all right, so here's what's going to happen. You're going to get rid of it super fast, and we're going to play man-to-man out there, and you're going to have to squeeze it in a spot. And that's what they did. And they were able to get to Reese and get him moving a lot. And, you know, again, that's something that they were able to do. That's an execution thing. So, again, you can't fault the kids in how they played. Still super proud of them. This is a tough ball game. All the way across the board. It's just a shame that we're on the losing end of it. That is what it is. If things go different, we scoop that ball and score. Vincennes is over wondering how they lost the game to us, right?
Yeah.
So, it's that close. This ball game it's that close.
Are you going to go home and think about what might have been the Dodes touchdown called back on the hold of the scoop and score possibly? I mean, you got to, I know as a coach, it's got to drive you batty.
I'm not one to dwell on those things. Our kids know that we made a mistake there. I'll talk to them about it, but they don't need it in the ball game. There's no reason for me to be down there just harping on that, because if I'm going to preach to my guys, move on and make another play, that's something that I personally have to do as a coach. So that was my whole message to them. It's okay. Make another play. Make the next one. Because if we live on the one in the past, we're never going to get to the next one. And so it was something that happened, and it's something that we have to live with and move on. So same with the ball game tonight. There is going to be a tomorrow.
Well, it doesn't get any easier next week. You got the Linton Miners coming in, another rival game, a sectional game, the only 2A team that you play in the entire season. And you're talking about, bringing in the Linton Miners next week.
I fully expect our guys to come ready to play. I think defensively, if we just continue to play the way we're playing, we're going to be okay. We need to find a way to be sure that we pick on their weaknesses. And we're going to, again, my kids, I love them. They're going to have a very workman-like mentality next week. They're going to come in. They're going to enjoy their weekend and get healthy, but we're going to get right back after it on Monday and see what we need to do to compete and try to beat the Miners.
All right. Well, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you more about Linton coming up Thursday night at the Bicknell McDonald's.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Thank you very much. Head coach Josh Chambers of the North Knox Warriors. Ed, let's go ahead and wrap it up right now. The Illiana Irrigation Something More Award. And Ed, I'd love to hear who you think's got it tonight.
Well, I thought to make that touchdown that North Knox had to have, he fought through several tackles.
Yeah.
That was Cole Richter. I thought that was critical for North Knox, and there were a lot of superlative efforts tonight, but that was the one that resulted in a score.
I'm going to give you a kid that I know ever since he was a little kid, and I know where he came from, and I know what this means to him, and that is a kid who never really played a lot of football growing up and never came from a real football family. But tonight I think he finally found his will, his encouragement, his dedication, and I thought he really played above his level, and that was Zach Boyle. So I really thought that, that he, is finally becoming another option for the North Knox Warriors passing.
I can't disagree with that. He did a good job of catching the ball and then holding on to it, and Lincoln was making some really tough tackles, and he knew it, and he was able to control the ball.
So a reminder, you can get something more for your field every growing season at Illiana Irrigation, and let them set you up for success. Call Illiana Irrigation at 890-6000. The 3-game homestand continues next week as the Linton Miners come in 7 o'clock with the kickoff time. Linton, again, one of only 2 teams at this point anyway, above North Knox in the Sagarin rankings in the sectional for 2A and sectional 40. So we'll see what happens coming up next week. Again, we'll start it all Thursday night at the Bicknell McDonald's with North Knox tonight. Pregame show at 6:45, kickoff 7 o'clock again right here on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com. Final score tonight, Vincennes Lincoln wins at 12-6 over the North Knox Warriors. For Ed Elliott and for our studio producer doing a great job tonight, Andrew Bateman, I'm Tom Lee, saying so long from Warrior Stadium.